everybody, welcome back to Whispers of the Dice. This is a brand new one-shot called the AtrOzities of Oz, a Wizard of Oz horror one-shot that I have written myself, but obviously all of the rights go to whoever owns Wizard of Oz, a long musical based off of a play, based off of a movie, based off of a book, blah, 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 right? Today, I'm here with Jimmy.
Hi.
Morgan.
I'm Jimmy. Hi.
Aaron. Lavinia. And Rhiannon. And we are playing various Ozites from the land of, guess, Oz. And we're here to explore how Oz has been in the years since the movie ended and since Dorothy returned back home. Fire. Destruction. War. A city of emerald reduced to ember. Because of one woman. Thought to be their hero, and now their worst nightmare. The biggest atrocity in Oz is Dorothy. We first see her in her palace, engaged in combat with someone. Her hair is in these disheveled braids, her blue gingham dress long outgrown, the tight elastic cutting into her arms where she refuses to change it. Her lips are as red as blood, her eyes are sunken in, hollow. A pleased smirk overcomes her face as she cling against her foe, a man made of metal. The two exchange a few blows. Clank, 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 clank. Out of breath, she stops. Oh, very impressive, my heart. Impressive indeed. Won't you come with me while I make my rounds today to see my monkeys? And our camera pans away from Dorothy as the Tin Man says, of course, my heart. And we pan to a flying monkey lent up into a corner as one of Dorothy's guards stationed in the room. Jimmy, would you introduce Scood for us?
Hi. Yeah. My guy's name's Scood. He's a silly little flying monkey guy who can't really fly anymore. Just kind of clad in really dark clothes with lots of dark red accents and yellow gold metal accents on his like shin guards and his blade hilt. He's just kind of standing at attention, just kind of, if you really pay super close attention, you can just see such just like disdain and like rage behind his eyes, just like having to deal with her, but he is trying to hide that like as best as he can, because he's not really trying to make anything happen right now. But yeah, he's trying to be a dutiful flying monkey right now, just standing at attention.
Amazing. Scood, as the mistress and the master begin to walk out towards the balcony, you fall in line as you do, walking a respectful distance behind, waiting to be scolded or told to do something or belittled or whatever it is she feels like doing next. You follow them out onto the balcony of the palace wall where Scarecrow sits on a 3-legged stool facing out over the wall, eyes set perfectly on the field expanding out below from what used to be this emerald palace. Tinily below, you can see black carriages pulled by black horses that belong to the Queen's most trusted officials. In the distance, the Munchkin lands and the Ozites. Farther than your view, you know, is the Temple of the Wizard of Oz, which now houses Glinda the Witch, proud supporter of Queen Dorothy and now dubbed a wicked witch in her own right. Scarecrow, as you guys walk out, does pretty much a back bend and turns almost completely upside down to look at you. A kind of like smiley face stitched onto this rotting burlap. The burlap that holds his head is moldy. It's constantly wet, where Dorothy keeps replacing his brain with new ones from her victims. And it, of course, isn't supported by rotting hay. So it's kind of like squishing off to one side or the other. And he's listening to an old, like, corrupted record player playing a warped version of his song, If I Only Had a Brain. Going, head sags off to one side as he does a backbend to look at you. The mistress goes, "Oh, why hello, Scarecrow. Good morning to you. Is that new brain treating you well? You like that brain, don't you, Scarecrow?" See that Scarecrow starts to, like, nod. He twists his body upside down, contorts so that he's standing up again, begins to do some kind of, like, sign language that you don't necessarily know what he means. And Dorothy responds as if she does and goes, "Why, the Cowardly Lion," glances around. "Well, Scarecrow, you know what happened to Lion. Those rotten munchkins took him and killed him." And you, give me an insight check. I'll any intelligence-based check or an insight check.
Okay. Ooh, not bad. 16. 16.
I think you've been around the Scarecrow enough. You catch a few of his signs, and you see that Scarecrow signs to Dorothy and says, "You make Lion live." What is Scood's, like, internal reaction to kind of catching what Scarecrow says?
So really quick. So the lion has the lion been? Do we know? Do we think the lion is dead or alive?
He's dead. Yes, the Munchkins killed him. They strung him up by his pelt and everything.
Well, yeah, that's right. Lion. Live. The hell. Okay. Gotta let somebody know about that.
See, Dorothy goes, "Oh, Scarecrow, you're ruining the surprise. Tin Man, I was gonna save it for later, but I suppose now's as good of a time as ever." She puts her fingers up to her mouth and whistles, which I can't do. And in just a moment, as a beast turns the corner, a skinned, decapitated, reanimated body of the Cowardly Lion turns the corner and comes crawling creepily out from around the palace wall. And even the Tin Man kind of takes a step back, cowering away from it a bit, And Dorothy, "I wasn't going to tell you yet, but I found you a new steed. Come along, let's go. You!" She snaps at Scood.
Yes, Your Majesty.
"Don't speak. We're going to go down to prison. Yes, that's right." And Tin Man very warily gets onto the back of the skinned Cowardly Lion. Dorothy whistles again, and a hellhound awakes from its doggy bed and steps out from the palace out onto the porch as well. And you've been here for a while. You know that after Toto the dog died, she implanted his soul into a hellhound. The master and mistress mount their steeds, and you head down to the jail where you know that some Lollipop Guild martyrs are being kept. You get down to this dungeon, and you see we get down there. Our camera pans past the three walking down. You aren't really sure why the queen is asking you to come with her. You assume she just doesn't really want to touch the dungeon herself or something like that, but you don't know why the Tin Man can't just do it. So I think, Scood, you're just kind of like, I'm not normally entrusted to do anything important, like, necessarily, so a little bit confused why you're going here, but our camera pans past, and we go through the bars of the dungeon, and we see Maren. Morgan, would you describe Maren for us?
Maren is a Munchkin, an Ozite. She is not only a member of the Lollipop Guild, but actually the Lullaby League, which is sort of the feminine, more like healer side of the Lollipop Guild, maybe not so much the fighters. She's got like a tighter bodice and the scraps of what was probably once a tutu that has just had like different random pieces sewn onto it. It's more a quilt than anything at this point. Messy red hair, freckles, pale skin, steel gray eyes, and she definitely puts off this air of like petite, cute, timid, but there is something really discerning and disturbing behind those gray eyes that is not as timid as the countenance.
I love that. We pan past you before Scood gets into the dungeon. What's Maren's headspace at right now? You know that today is supposed to be the day that you get executed for your cooperation with the Lullaby League.
I'm gonna say it's probably like, I'm willing to die for a cause, but I'm never done looking for an out. So I'm trying really hard actually to be ready for any opening and charm, stab, sneak my way out anything I can.
I'm willing to die for a cause, but I'm never not looking for a way out. Oh, can somebody write that down? Thank you. The mistress sends you in to bring the prisoner out so that you can carry her to the gallows, Scood. And her and the master wait outside of the dungeon, not wanting to get her red ruby slippers on the dirty dungeon floor. You walk in and you see Maren, who you have been talking to for quite some time. You guys are in cahoots, as it were, and you see your sort of business partner behind bars right now.
So we're alone in this, right?
Yes, you're alone.
Great. I know you're supposed to be executed. I know. But I'm getting you out. Don't worry. I got a semblance of a plan.
Do you feel like sharing what that might be?
I was just gonna try to wing it. Honestly. This is the first time I've really broken anyone out of this,
I don't think winging it works well for you.
Well, okay, that's a little bit of a low blow. I know they don't work, but it's the thought that counts, I can still...
What is it looking like up there? I haven't been out of this cell. Any idea walking past or into?
Yeah, it's not good. They, the lion, supposedly dead?
Yes, I was there.
Yeah, not so much anymore. It's kind of a terrifying thing to behold, honestly.
Oh.
Somehow, the lion returned.
Okay. We'll have to make do.
Guys, sorry, this is really serious. This is really serious. This is really serious? Yeah.
So
it's not looking good.
Take me or what?
Say that again.
Oh, I said, are you taking me there now or what? What are you here for?
That's what I'm supposed to do, but no, let me see, do I got the keys? I'm gonna try to unlock the cell. I'm literally a rogue. That's my thing. I am gonna lockpick the cell. If I have the keys, I'll open it.
Amazing.
If I don't, I'm lockpicking this thing.
Do it. Roll
Oh
that,
my God.
whatever you want to roll. Sleight of hand, I guess.
17.
17. Quick work. I don't know how Dorothy expected you to get her out and not give you the keys, but she expected you to do that. But no worries, you can pick a lock easily, and it comes right undone.
I have a feeling it's like she didn't give me the keys, but like she expected me to do it anyway, or expected me to, as just like a reason to like chastise me or just like beat the crap out of me for not doing what she wanted.
Yeah.
But I did it. Alright, cool. Easy. Let's get out of here.
Is there only one way in or out?
Give me investigation checks.
I don't think so. Oh, that 14.
11.
Yeah, I think both of you know that, Scood, it seems like something that you would have done to have some kind of like, almost like a servant's entrance, but it's not one that's supposed to be there. Like, you've created kind of this separate entrance that Dorothy and the Tin Man would have never known about. It is worth noting, on such a good check though, she's waiting for you to bring a prisoner out those doors. So, however you'd like, if you just want to go rogue and run away and she can deal with it, or if you want to try to trick her somehow, that's going to be up to you.
Okay. Oh, God. No, you know what? I'm just gonna go rogue. I'm just gonna say, fuck it. I'm out of here. Because if I do convince her that you got out and got away from me, then I'm just gonna get my ass beat again. And I'm not about that. And I want us to actually be together to, like, you know, do something. So, yeah. All right. I actually know a way. I know a way. Come on, let's go. And I'll lead her to that exit.
I'm going to be as stealthy as possible.
Perfect. Both of you give me stealth checks, and let me fix Jimmy's level. He's still quiet, but it should be okay now.
19.
19. Beautiful. Ooh.
29.
Woo! Level 8. Beautiful.
It's my thing.
You guys, what classes do we have there? Rogue and...
A dance bard.
Oh, yes. Okay, wonderful. Dance bard and a rogue. Ugh, I love it. What is it like? Tell me what a 29 and a 19 stealth check look like as you guys exit the back of this prison without Dorothy or Tin Man being the wiser.
I think like Maren is just like super stealthy, or Maren is just super stealthy, but like there are a few times like where she almost steps on like a rock that he knows makes noise, or like a loose brick or something like that, and he just kind of like grabs her, or just like points. Now come on, step over that. No, it makes noise. Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Maren definitely has like a lightness and a dexterity about her that if given direction, she's there. She's got it.
Beautiful. Incredible. You guys see, you head off down the road, presumably back towards where the rest of your people would be. Presumably Maren. If Scood has kind of been your guy on the inside, working with the Lollipop Guild and the Lullaby League, then presumably you guys are heading back to base, I would assume.
Sure.
Dorothy and
I feel
Tin Man... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm learning I'm gonna learn about whether or not there are people left as I go.
Yeah. Dorothy, though none of you know this, Dorothy goes on from there with the Tin Man, and in her anger at this servant gone rogue, goes to wreak some havoc on Gilligan County in search of one Princess Mombi, because catching one nemesis would certainly make her heart feel a little better. But when none of the village people will give up her location, she has the Tin Man slaughter all of them as she heads back early. It began to rain as the Tin Man headed back to the castle, and he rusted in place mid-route. But before we see the fallout of that, we cut now to the outskirts of Oz, where one young girl is attempting to crawl from the wreckage of a burning house that crashes in on itself. Pearl, right? You're not Pippa, you're Pearl.
Yeah.
Pearl,
Yeah.
would you please describe Pearl for us?
Pearl is short, she's slender, she's got this like dirty blonde hair. It's curly and it was tied nicely back, but now it's just frazzled and a mess and kind of singed at the ends. And she's just crawling out, and she's wearing like this very ragged, burned, torn purple dress with like blue trim on it. And she reaches back into the wreckage for her owl staff that she's had handed down to her through her family, and she goes nowhere without it. And she just crawls out and she looks around going, where am I and what just happened? And you can kind of see the trauma in her face, that she doesn't know where she is and she doesn't know what just happened, other than she's here in this wreckage of a house.
You get about 3/4 of the way out. Go ahead and give me some kind of dexterity or strength check, as you can feel that one of your shins is still trapped under the wreckage. You can either take some force damage and just kind of muscle your way out, or you can try to crawl carefully, but there's always that risk that if you're not fast enough, this house could fall on top of you and hurt you further.
So I got a 6 for dexterity.
Okay. Do you think that you would be trying to just muscle it out quick, or would you be trying to take and crawl carefully?
I try to be careful because I'm little. I'm probably going to break something pretty easily or get stuck pretty easily.
Okay. As you try to crawl out, the house groans and crushes even further. You feel a sharp pain in your leg as you trying to crawl out. The DC is now raised from a 10 to a 15. You can try another dex check.
5.
Again, you feel white hot pain as this molten like beam from the inside of your house is just searing into the back of your shin, or the back of your calf. You take 9 points of, I guess, fire damage as you are trying to crawl out again. This time, would you be muscling, or would you be trying to still go carefully?
I'd still be, well, at this point I'll try and muscle out.
Okay. In that case, you are able to get out. You take another 12 heat damage as you are just like ripping your body out from under this house, and your flesh is tearing, and it is bad. But you finally slide your way out from under the house, belly down onto the ground as the house the rest of the way down catches flame. You are prone and bleeding out. You kind of are looking around at this dismal landscape around you. There's a red brick road that is twirling away from your vision down off into the horizon. You see dead foliage and trees everywhere with this thick green haze in the air. And as you lift your head up, you see a rotting wooden sign that says, "Welcome to Oz." Now,
You see my eyes go really wide, and I recognize Oz because I knew Dorothy's family back home. And I look around and go, oh, this isn't Kansas, guys. I'm just kind of talking to myself. I don't know who guys is. I'm just talking to myself, and I'm like, oh, this isn't Kansas. What do I do? And I look around and go, because I've heard the stories about Dorothy and how she went to Oz and all of this, but we don't know whatever happened. Do we know what happened to Oz, like back in Kansas?
you don't.
No. We just know Dorothy was gone. So I look around and go, Dorothy's here somewhere, but we don't know if she's alive, if she's dead. And I just look around and go, oh boy. And I don't really know what to do in this moment.
You look around, you see this dead grass, trees, foliage, thick bramble and thorn with any man-made structures look rotted. A destroyed emerald castle in the distance. And finally that red brick road that doesn't look like it was painted. You are unable to get up, and you start to wonder if you're going to die here. But we cut to a nearby Ozite village, where a group of rebels is meeting in the aftermath of Dorothy's most recent slaughter to regroup. Their leader, Princess Mombi, is making an announcement. Aaron, would you introduce your character for us?
Do you want me just general intro or the thing that had been written like a month ago?
Whatever sort of your heart says.
Oh, my heart says many things that I don't listen to.
Same.
Okay.
Joe, I can't be the best person in every campaign, I'm sorry. Cut that.
Cut that. Chat, clip that.
So I am the once and yet to be Princess Mombi of Oz. Currently and always Princess Mombi of Gillikin. Making words good.
Mm-hmm.
Cutthroat ruler whose greatest desire is to wear the right face for any occasion. In a time long past, I conspired with the Gnome King to depose of that wretched Ozma, and intended to capture the young Dorothy, keeping her until she was grown so I could have the perfect head for my coronation. Alas, that meddlesome girl escaped my clutches and managed to turn my once loyal armada of wheelers against me. Together they trashed my palace and disfigured my most beautiful heads, casting my original into a river where it was henceforth washed away. And though we few who stand here may have escaped her judgment on this day, her judgment day will come. We shall take back our lands, we shall take back our homes, I shall take her head. Who's with me?
All these little Ozites. They're so excited. You see that in that very Mr. President kind of way, one of your Ozites comes up, stands on a stool next to you, and tugs on your shirt for you to lean down. And you hear the Tin Man, rusted in the middle of the road. Dorothy's best soldier, left behind.
How fortuitous. I think we shall take him at once.
Suddenly, someone busts into the room. Lavendrel, if you would describe yourself.
Sure. Lavendrel is related, or is the descendant of some nobility in the western part of Oz, but their family fled once the Reign of Terror started, and so she has grown up trying to evade assassination attempt after assassination attempt, and so it's kind of turned her into this battle-hardened woman. She's very sardonic, will make cynical jokes, and kind of carries herself in a way that says I'm annoyed about the fact that I have to be here, but ultimately has the same goal as everyone else, which is to see Dorothy dethroned.
Mombi, you see your trusted ally into the room.
Lavendrel, have you seen him? Have you heard?
Have I?
Do you want to?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Yes. Yes. I don't know where his oil can is. But he's right there. We should go get him now.
We must find it at once, then, of course.
Come on!
Okay, let's go.
I don't run anywhere.
As you guys start to gather your troops and head out, you guys hear an explosion. And Maren and Scood, you hear an explosion. The very same. All four of you immediately remember the last prophecy that the Wizard of Oz gave before he was slain by Dorothy. Which was, it was so long ago now, but to paraphrase, one day, Oz would explode once more, and for the first time since the Evil One had arrived, fulfilling and subverting this prophecy of a foreigner coming to save Oz, for the first time since then, Oz would explode, and a new human would come to save us once and for all. What do you do?
I think upon seeing that, Lavendrel's attitude immediately changes from, okay, we gotta go get the Tin Man, to, okay, we have higher priorities, we gotta... And just to the whole room, she's like, okay, forget what I just said, we gotta go check that out. But we gotta go now.
It does seem a higher priority. Aid has been dropped in our lap.
And what are Scood and Maren's reactions? You guys are literally like stalking through the forest, hoping that you're not seen by any real guards, trying to get back to the Lullaby League, and you hear this huge explosion in the distance.
I feel like go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna say, I feel like as soon as like the memory of the prophecy or whatever comes to her, like as soon as she puts it together, there's just kind of this like silent knowing look and like towards Scood.
No, wait, you think that was it? I mean, yeah, we gotta go. Yeah, let's go.
And I would take off just about as fast as quiet can be.
Amazing.
Yeah.
En route, can I have cast Mage Armor on myself?
You can do whatever you want. You...
I just whisper like, you fucking spellcaster.
I cast Wish.
Just roll my eyes.
Says whatever.
Our camera goes aerial as we see two pairs from two different sides of Oz journeying as quickly as they can to almost the exact center between them, where you guys see this burning wreckage of a house, which it's been long enough now, you only heard tell of what Dorothy's house looked like when it arrived in Oz, and this looks exactly like it. And lying, unconscious, bloodied, and near death, how you have seen all too many people in Oz looking the last 20 years. You see a unconscious human woman.
No. No, we gotta save her. What the hell?
And all four of you arrive at once.
Wait a minute. I draw my longsword. Who are you?
Whoa.
It's two.
Yeah, you guys see a flying monkey.
Wait. No. He's been helping me. He's on the right side of things. Just give him a chance.
Yeah, look, and he'll turn around and you'll see, I forgot to describe this earlier. Anyway, so he turns around and shows everybody, like, his wings are, like, so horribly scarred, and like there are like so many holes in his wings that like part of them have like tried to scar over, and some scarred like there are scars, but there are just like big gaping holes in his wings, and he just like cannot fly anymore. It's like,
No, see, yeah, not flying, monkey.
How do I know this isn't another of Dorothy's traps?
She said.
With it. Sorry, this is out of character. What is their relationship like with the Lullaby League and the Lollipop Guild and the Lullaby League?
Oh, that's true. Mombi, what do you think your opinion of the Lollipop Guild Lullaby League is? We're all against Dorothy.
I think they're beneath me, but they're sided with me, so I won't hold it against them.
You guys recognize this is Princess Mombi, and her, like, most prized, is, like, fair to say, like, general, like, lieutenant, like, you're sort of, like, a queen general type of relationship here.
Fully holding a spell. Fully just ready.
So I'll do like an adorable little curtsy. And I'll say, but I'm Maren of the Lullaby League, and I was there on the day that we took the Cowardly Lion, and I have been underneath in the dungeon since, and Scood just helped me out. He's on my side.
I'm to believe you're of the Lullaby League? You didn't introduce yourself with a 5-minute rhyme.
And I like prep this like gorgeous pirouette and like lay out into like this long extended like développé arabesque, and sorry, these are all dance terms. I kind of leap my way back into a little curtsy.
Well, if you are of the Lullaby League, there's no one I'd rather have here.
Can we?
Quick before her head spoils.
And can I run up to this body
Certainly.
on the ground? And I'm gonna kind of like, I don't know if she's face down, face up, but like brush hair out of the face so that we can all kind of get a good look.
Yeah. You guys see the woman described earlier. Not looking good, gang. Whoever would like to give a medicine check and see if you can stabilize her, go for it.
Did I just cast Cure Wounds?
Yes. Go for it.
Cast Cure Wounds.
You do it.
Save us some time, yeah.
Sorry, gotta find it. 14.
14. Incredible. You get back 14 HP and you are awake now.
Oh. You see me kind of like slowly like my head and look around again, and then I see these beings around me, and I kind of grab my staff and I look up and I go, "Who are you? Where am I?"
It's okay. We
Breathe,
want to help
little
you.
Kansite, you're in Oz.
Oz.
Like my cutest and most adorable, and just kind of like stroking her hair, humming a little lullaby.
Can I put my hands down again?
No, not yet.
God, okay. I'm not really useful without them, but all right. You know what? Fuck this.
What
No.
about your wings?
Put
But I
them
kind of just
down.
watch these two banter, and I look back up at the sign, and I just go, "I don't know how I got here. All I remember is the tornado."
Ah, yeah.
I feel like my head snaps around to everybody. I'm like,
Do I catch that like little motion that she does?
Give me an insight check, and Maren, give me a stealth check. If you're trying to be sneaky. If you're not, then...
I don't know how sneaky I was really trying to be. But, 21.
9. Oh,
She does it so subtly.
my vision's still a little like blurry and
Yeah.
seeing double. I'm still in like shock a little.
Still blood in your eyes. Yeah.
And so I sit up and I keep my staff like in front of me just in case, because I don't trust these beings. I don't know who they are, and like, how did I get to Oz and what am I doing here? And I just look around and go, so how do I get home?
Well, there's only one way. I'm
And?
afraid to say you need to help us, so we can help you.
Well, I'm just a little farm girl from Kansas. I don't know how I could possibly help you.
I mean,
Well,
that's
I'm
what the
sure
last
you'll
one said.
manage.
That's what the last one said, and now she's, one of the worst people we've ever seen.
And at that,
Not to
I
say
gotta,
that
I
you
really sit up straight and stick my staff on the ground to kind of keep myself stable and look up and go, she's evil. She's here. She's alive.
Very much so.
Oh, yeah.
All of those things. Yes.
Tried to kill me
Oh,
twice this week.
Oh, she always was a bitch.
Don't we?
You know, I grew up with her. I grew up just down the road from her parents' farm, and she was nothing but a bully her entire life.
Oh, it seems
you
you're
guys
alive for
talk
some
like-
revenge.
Oh, she was just awful to me. Did you see you're trying to take her down, kill her, defeat her, type of thing?
Yeah, all of those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
You're surprisingly on board with this.
Yeah.
you know what? Let's go. Let's go get her.
Took less. Honestly, that took a little less convincing than I thought. But yeah, let's go.
I hate that girl. I hate her. Let's go get her.
Well, take a number.
I link arms with her while I'm still stroking her hair, and I'm I really want to be friends.
Oh.
It seems we're off to see the tyrant. The terrible tyrant of Oz.
I think there's a song about
Wow.
that.
Follow the red brick road.
Not gonna catch
Won't
me
say
dead
ring.
singing.
What do we do first then?
As we are changing scenes, I have to say, Jimmy, your silent body language acting was killing me the entire scene. You're going,
You feel like a small, furry man at all times.
Perfect, great.
that was really funny.
Thank you.
And the lion joke. Okay.
Thrilled.
But yeah, you guys
That's the worst
can
thing I've ever heard.
certainly go back to whether it would be whether it would be Mombi's Castle or back to the Lollipop Guild, Lullaby League's kind of headquarters or wherever you'd want to go to just kind of get Pearl back rehabilitated and, on her feet and everything rather than she just got out of a burning house. She has horrible flesh burns on her calf.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
just awful.
Yeah, let's take it back and get you a nice long rest, huh?
And
Oh,
hey,
that sounds lovely. You guys are so very sweet.
for at least
The
8
locals
hours.
of my palace have rooms for you all.
And
Oh.
as you also all rest, if you took any damage, fix that. You guys also, as all good heist movies do, this isn't a heist, but same deal. As all good assassination movies do, you guys make your plan. So, what do you guys want your plan to be? How is this Kanzite gonna get you there?
Well, I don't know anything about Oz, so I guess you guys need to tell me what's going on here. What has she done? Why is she doing this?
I heard the first time she traveled through quite a circuitous route, a forest with some vile apple trees, a poppy field. I think she won't expect us to take the same route to her.
Not a bad idea.
Well, a poppy field
They
sounds
roll
awfully
out,
dangerous to go through. You'll be unconscious in no time.
Can I roll out a giant map of Oz? on a table.
Yes.
Hit it down with daggers.
Just be like, alright, we're here. Stick a dagger in the table. We need to be here. Stick another dagger in the table.
Ow. Just kidding.
Beautiful.
All
So,
right.
Are you guys?
I imagine she has
hoping-
reinforcements at.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, and oh, you all should probably know this too. Remember that lion that the the Lollipop Guild and the fuck, what is the other one?
Pansy?
Lullaby League.
Lullaby League.
Lullaby League. Yeah. Yeah, the Lullaby League. They took out. Yeah. She kind of resurrected him, grotesquely and horrifying. Kind of really just fucking gross all around. It took pretty much everything I had not to throw up on the spot. Yeah, the lion's alive again. Headless, skinless, also terrifying and monstrous. So, something to be aware of. We're probably gonna have to kill him again.
Bill
Well, my
Heartless.
informants reported to me that the Tin Man is not too far away. And if we can't take him, we can at least take his axe and his head.
Oh, great idea. Let's do that.
So what
Sure.
I'm,
Earl just
in the
kind of
forest.
stands back for a second and is hearing this talk about like the rusted tin man and the skinless grotesque lion and all of this weird stuff, looking at the flying monkey with holes in his wings and the lullaby, low-key wondering if I'm on a really bad trip.
not off the table.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah. It's the 1980s in Kansas for you because, wait, no,
It's totally there.
that can't be right. You're the same age as Dorothy.
Yes.
Never mind. Never mind. It's
I
still
have
the
a flashback.
50s. Yeah.
So I go, so let me get this straight. You're a monkey with wings,
Yeah,
and we have this
formerly
lion. This tin man, is he actually made of tin?
Almost entirely.
Oh,
What's not clicking?
and he's sentient, he's alive.
Yeah.
He's right.
I'm sorry, this is normal for all of you. This is very bizarre for me. We don't have tin men and these grotesque lions, and we don't have this where I'm from in Kansas.
Yeah, monkeys?
You have scarecrows?
Not with wings. We have
Oh.
scarecrows that aren't alive.
Oh, yeah, he's terrifying too.
So I'm just very confused about everything.
Yeah, you'll get used to it.
Makes sense.
Sorry,
What can you
no.
bring to the table?
What can I bring to the table? Well, right now, not a lot. I can heal. I have healing spells, and I've traveled the world immensely. I left the farm at 18 and went in search of knowledge and wisdom, but I see that's not going to do much here because I know nothing about Oz.
Well, if they have witchcraft in Kansas, I'm sure you're fine.
Do we have witchcraft in Kansas in this version of the world?
Depends on who you ask, these crazy kids.
True.
Well, do you know about Dorothy? You knew her before?
I grew up with her, so she came from a rather rich farming family, and they were all and they were all rather
Hello?
rude, always looked down on everybody, always thought they were better than everybody else. My family was more middle class. We weren't like rich, but we weren't poor. But we were part of the community, very active, and her family was not. And going to school with her, she was always very mean, made fun of your outfits, made fun of you if you weren't rich and part of the popular crowd. Your typical mean girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get
Sounds
like
like
those
her.
mean girls here other than Dorothy who just, they're snobs. They hate everybody.
She takes the cake, if I'm going to be honest.
It sounds like it, yes. It sounds like she hasn't changed much at all.
Though, if she had goaded you for fashion, I do believe the best way for you to get home is to take some slippers she acquired.
Oh. And what is special about these slippers?
I heard they can get you straight home.
Oh, and does she wear them, or do we have to sneak in and steal them from somewhere?
I'm uncertain. If she does, you'll definitely have to, take them off of her by force, though.
Oh, gladly.
What is
Be a
Pearl?
I'll make
problem
fun of
for
her
sport
while I do
overhead.
it.
What is Pearl wearing right now?
I'm wearing like my ragged, like it used to be a nice dress that I wore to come home and visit my family, and It's just this nice purple dress with like layers on it, and it's got like blue trim on it, and I've got this nice dark purple scarf around my neck. It was nice when I got home. Now it's torn and burned and ragged, and I'm very heartbroken about my pretty dress, because I don't get many pretty dresses because I'm not a rich girl. Yeah. So I'm quite upset about my dress, but I'm not like focused on it right now. And then I just have my owl staff with me.
Beautiful. So what I'm hearing is we're maybe gonna go harass the Tin Man, and then we want to intercept Dorothy as she goes on her travel route, or we want to follow her to her palace through the travel route.
Does she take the same route she used to get into Oz each day?
She always takes the same route down the red brick road.
You know, from what I've seen, that red brick road looks a little out in the open, so...
We're better to fight than out in the open, though. And she'll be mobile. There won't be as many guards.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're my most trusted advisor. And you said that? Fighting out in the open?
What's wrong with that?
Can we try and ambush her?
Oh, we probably should try that first.
Yeah.
I certainly think that's a better idea. Should we need to get in, though? I think Scood and I have a way in, because it's the way we got out.
Yeah.
So, it's a backup plan.
Yeah.
Ah!
Well, if you two can get us in, we could ambush her in her bed chambers.
But everything's there.
I'm so sorry, I didn't catch that.
Oh, I said, but everything, like, then she'll have everything with her. She'll have all of her legion, access to all of her, I don't know, weapons, things. Wouldn't it be better to try to catch her where she doesn't have as much backing her?
Well, and she would know the castle better than us. Well, there's that.
I think that's weird. I didn't hear the other, sorry.
Oh, sorry, I just said that she knows the castle better than any of us, obviously.
And would Scood know? I mean, I feel like Scood would know, like, guard positions and, like, stuff like that. So I feel like I do think she would be more on, like, a little more on guard on the road, because she does have guards, and she's like, she doesn't want to get ambushed, so she's gonna be like, you know, I feel like, yeah.
And you would know, like, you would know, like, Dorothy's daily schedule. You would know, like, what time she normally does go on the road to go see the wizard or go visit around Oz and terrorize people. Like, you would know kind of what her day-to-day schedule looks like and when she would be most vulnerable and those kind of things.
Okay.
I kind of listened to Scood say all this and describe all this, and I just kind of look at him, like, with suspicion, as if I don't really trust him. And I just go, are you a spy, or are you to be trusted if you know her so well?
Oh, no, I'm a defector. You know, I was working for her, and she, defector. But she kind of terrorized me. I mean, she's the reason for all these holes. She made all these holes. Not funded that bitch. So.
Oh, you poor thing. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. I mean, sucks to not fly anymore. I can glide a little bit, but I can't really fly like it. Anyway, yeah. Hate that bitch. So I'm.
Very well. Okay. Well, consider my suspicions dissolved.
I hate that bitch.
We all hate that bitch, apparently.
You have to say you're an undercover cop if you're an undercover cop.
You have to tell
if
me.
Someone asks, you can just say, I hate police, and then they'll believe you're not a cop.
If you're an undercover cop, you have to tell me.
You legally have to tell me.
Beautiful.
You're an undercover flying monkey, you have to say so.
Let me take a poll. It seems like we are between first poll. You're voting. Are you going to bother with going to do anything with the Tin Man, or are you going to leave him to rust? Raise your hand for go do something with him.
Well, I'll go with the rest of you. I don't know a thing about this Tin Man, but...
We're
I'll
outnumbered.
go majority vote.
Great. Second poll. Are you wanting to ambush her in the palace somewhere or on the road somewhere? In the palace? On the road somewhere. You guys have a 3-2 split. Argue about it.
That sounds like majority, Joe.
I know, but it's very close, so it's not like a 4-1.
Majority.
It is close because like there's pros to getting her in the castle when she's sleeping off guard. The problem is we have to sneak through the castle in order to find her, and we have to go through all her little minions.
Yeah.
If she's on the road, yeah, she'll still be guarded. She'll expect something, but she'll have less minions. We won't have to sneak through the castle. We can just go straight to ambush.
Beautiful.
Let me ask Scood. How often are we gonna have to sneak past guards to get to like a good place? Like, how full is this castle?
Exactly my concern. Yes.
Yeah, that is a great question. Scood would know the answer to.
Yeah,
Jimmy
Scood,
sure
basically, wouldn't I, DM? Yeah, basically, let's think of a number. No, it is pretty fully staffed. She is a ruthless dictator. She knows many people that want her dead. It would be a hefty amount of low DC stealth checks because they're all stupid flying monkeys and they're idiots.
You can't say that. That's not cool.
Hey, that's not cool. That's racist. And
This is a Christian server.
Scood is right here.
My charisma and my charm is very high.
Also
So
true.
if it is easy to charm them, I may be able to get us further, even for those of us who are not the most stealthy.
Right.
What I
And
will
there's
say-
always the benefit that Scood knows the schedule. He knows when guards change. He knows where he's supposed to be at certain times and where his coworkers are supposed to be at certain times. And he would know where Dorothy's supposed to be during all times of the day.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yes.
I don't want to.
realized a value in ambush. If we can turn the Tin Man to our goals and have him play dead where he stood, surely she'll come back for him. And if we can't, we simply don't unrust more than his mouth and ambush her there.
It's not a bad idea.
My vote could change depending on the Tin Man.
Ooh,
Yes.
That's true.
I thought we were all in agreement. We were going to go for him.
Yeah, no, I'm saying we'll go for the Tin Man.
We're already
If
doing that. Yeah.
he can side with us, then I will gladly lie in wait rather than meet her in her domain.
So may I ask, just because I don't know, what is the significance of this Tin Man to Dorothy?
Oh, they're like an item. They married.
Yeah.
I thought that was just rumor.
No. They called each other my love, my heart, all the time.
And
Yeah,
for
she actually
Is that not
gifted
literal?
him. Well, yeah, I assume so, but they kind of act like a couple too, you know. She actually gifted him the Cowardly Lion, resurrected. It was like a gift to him.
Scood, you would also know.
Valentine's Day present.
Scood, you would also know that in the same way that she keeps giving new brains to the Scarecrow, the chest plate cavity of the Tin Man is full of the still beating hearts of her victims as well. So this is very much a lover situation. It's also very much like a weird pet owner situation.
Okay.
Sort of sounds like a walking trophy cabinet.
It does.
Yeah, it's kind of disturbing. Really everything about the bitch is disturbing.
If you're gonna take a body part, put it in a glass cabinet at least.
So the Tin Man is her spouse, is what I'm hearing.
Is her what?
The Tin Man is her spouse, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Evidently.
Okay. Well, we can always go see if she'll come back for him.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, let's go find him.
Beautiful.
Yes, let's go find him, and then we can maybe go from there. If she comes for him, we ambush her there. If not, we go find the bitch.
Let's
Alright. I
role
would like
play.
to lead the group to the location.
Beautiful. I was just gonna say, we'll role play the 10-man scene, see what you guys can get done with him, and then based on that, you guys can make a decision of how you would like to try this operation. If you guys find this water-paralyzed 10-man rusted into place on the red brick road, what are you doing?
Alright, well, I pull it in my backpack, I take out some rope, tie his feet, we tie his legs, and we carry him back to Mombi's castle, we splash some oil on him, we put a blindfold on him, and we start interrogating him.
That's awesome.
I have to imagine he kept oil on him, unless Dorothy was so cruel as to not let him.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past
Okay, then
him.
we
but
search his cabinet.
check. Oh, wait, yeah, just be careful. It's really kind of gross in there.
No, let's get at it.
I mean, hey, go for it. I'm just saying, be careful. It's really gross. I've seen in there
Megan
for times.
is immediately trying to pry open his chest.
Wow. Okay, give me a strength check, Mombi.
A strength check? Can't I do, like a spell attack? It's a spell, it's not my arm.
What spell would you
This
want
is
to
my
do?
arm, he says.
Can I
Step aside, I got
charisma
this.
instead? Because I use that for my spell casting?
What spell are you casting?
Mage Hand.
Then yes. I needed the answer to that question.
I don't
said
think
that
she
up
heard
top.
you.
Yeah.
If it's a spell attack, that's a dirty 20. If not, 17.
Okay. Yeah.
Or no, 18, sorry. No, 17. I can math good.
Hey, don't worry about it. Calm
Mathing
down.
is hard.
Calm down. Your mage hand grips its fingers under and pries the door open.
What's inside?
A bunch of still beating hearts. I feel like I was no. There is sorry. There's an undulating mass of warm beating flesh that is pumping blood to nowhere.
Huh.
Oh my. And poor little Pearl, who's never seen such a sight, just stands there and just feels like she's gonna throw up and has to look away. Like, that is disgusting.
I mean, I tried to warn you. I told you
Right.
it was
No, you
gross.
did, you
and
did.
what was in there, I tried.
You warned us, I just didn't think anyone was gonna open that.
Doing all right. Does anybody have like a brown bag she could breathe into, honey? Just take a breather. And
Can I
stop
go
looking,
over and
look
just
away.
like
You want that? You can have it. You can take it. It's free.
You're just
Nice little souvenir for you, I guess.
I just want to I want to make sure that it is the thing that I think it is.
A heart?
Yeah.
Yes. It most certainly is a
Okay.
heart.
Can I tell how it's still beating?
Can you tell that it is still bleeding, or can you tell how it is still beating?
Can I tell how it's still beating?
Give me whatever check you'd like to do to determine that. Investigation, history, arcana, something in that realm.
Oh, I have a +0 to all those, so. Nat 1.
It is still beating because these are his hearts and he's still living, so it's still pumping blood to all of his metal bones and body and flesh.
Alright, I'll put it in my backpack.
I see him do that, and I just go, your poor backpack.
wow. Talk about stealing eyes. Damn. Okay.
Does
Hold
the
on.
Tin Man appear
The
like
first time I've
not
stolen
control?
someone's organs.
Hold on 1 second. Everyone, 1 second. Sorry. Okay.
Ah, there we go.
Continue. Sorry.
Not the first time I've stolen somebody's organs.
Oh,
Can we get
You know, I
moving?
kind of got that vibe from you.
Did somebody ask if we could tell?
What can I say?
I believe somebody asked if we could tell if he was still conscious. Is that a question I heard? Yeah.
Yes.
He is still conscious. Yes, his eyes are open and he's.
Oh, so he knows we just opened him up and taken a heart out.
oh yeah. Oh, hey, dickhead.
I'm just gonna stand in the back and make a bunch of like lewd gestures while sweetly smiling.
Look up and down if you have your oil can. Look side to side if you don't. Oh. Really?
That's how it's gonna be. Okay. Okay.
Takes another heart out, drops it, steps on it.
What did you tell him to do if he does have an oil can?
Up and down if he had. Up and down for yes, left from side for now.
Okay. He.
Nodding or shaking. Okay. Look towards it. Can I try to find it?
Is it around back?
Give me an investigation
that's-
check.
It's my other.
When I assist, I'll just open, kind of look around.
Yes.
Scood,
What do I roll to help?
Just roll another check and we'll take the higher of whoever rolls the highest.
Very funny that my first roll
5.
is in that one.
Yeah. 5. It's the D20, Aaron.
9.
I'm
Okay.
gonna help
I
look
don't know if
too.
you know
Yep.
this, but you
All
roll
of you can
a
help look.
20-sided little guy.
Yeah, so it's
I rolled
the
a 10 and have a -1.
it's the 20-sided one.
14.
Yeah, it's
14.
this one.
14. Okay.
I
Is
have
Scood
a
looking?
14 for a passive investigation, if that helps at all.
Okay. Is Scood looking?
He did. Yeah, but he did not do well. He had an 8.
Okay. Maren, you look through and you find the oil can slung from his belt.
I got it.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Here I am looking through the grass.
Where did you find that? Oh, what the hell?
Is that a spell?
It's 10 on 10. It kind of blends in.
There.
Yeah.
Are we gonna like?
Just get his face.
Okay.
Make him talk.
I'll reach up and just some around like the jaw, and just step back.
What?
She's not gonna come back for you, you know.
The queen returns in her own time.
If she loved you, would she have left you out here, all alone, to rust away?
I recommend you not talk about the queen and what she did or did not mean to do.
You know how long it's been, Tin Man?
Every
You've
moment
been here
feels
for
like
10
ours.
years.
That's not true. I've counted the sun ups and downs and it has been barely one.
Man. Why would I lie to you?
You lie to me all the time, Mombi. You would lie to me even more if we ever got the chance to speak.
Alright.
I'm gonna like
Pulls it out,
sweet
steps on it.
smile. No, I'm gonna sweet smile and why would you wait? What's in it for you? And I'm gonna like lay on the charm as much as possible because that's what I've got.
Yeah, give me persuasion.
25.
You see, like, with as much of his face that is oiled up, a passing wave of hesitation before he goes, The Queen will return for me in her own time, as she always does.
But to what ends? What do you go back to?
What if she doesn't know where you are?
I think worse, she does.
He doesn't
If you
care.
go back, what do you get?
All of you roll a persuasion check, and we'll take the highest.
Do I add anything to a persuasion check?
Probably not gonna be mine.
It'll probably be your charisma.
modifier.
Charisma? Okay.
That should be my thing, but this time it's not, and it's a 9.
Okay.
I have a 9 as well.
7 for 15.
What did Jimmy get?
I got a 10.
9.
10, 9,
18.
18, 9, and Mombi?
15.
You guys see a kind of stormy look enter the Tin Man's eyes as he's clearly had a lot of time to think. You have not heard of anything like this happening to the Tin Man before, but he... And what? How would you fix it? If the Queen were to have left me here, perhaps that is how I was meant to be.
Don't you think you deserve more than that at this point?
After, well, all of you would probably think after all of these, just the eyes look down towards the chest cavity. After all of these souls taken, perhaps I don't.
Well, you didn't take those souls, did you?
I did my master's bidding.
He's complicit, even if he didn't kill him.
It's true.
You are an axe. You're a tool to be wielded. And that's because, after all this time, you still don't have a heart. You've been given hearts, but you don't have one. Get yourself a heart. Come with us.
Everyone give me one final round of persuasion.
Or I'll cut your head off.
I will. I'll do it. Oh no. That one for 9.
11.
6.
11.
9.
Can I ask the Tin Man something?
You can ask the Tin Man something.
I look at the Tin Man and I go up to him so he can actually see me, that I'm not from Oz and that I'm a human and I'm here. And I look at him. And I look at him and I go, what did you do to end up here? Why are you here? What did you do to her that she put you here? What's your side of the story?
My mistress calls. She wishes for thousands of hearts to be added to my collection, and I say okay.
And you didn't do her bidding? Is this a punishment, is what I'm asking.
The mistress had to run back early. She hates to see the slaughter itself. And on my journey back, I was caught in the rain, as they say.
Can I roll an insight check?
Certainly.
I don't really believe him.
Okay.
The one.
He's
Yo.
definitely lying.
You know, Tin Man, we often lie for people who wield power and are tyrants. Many people, even back in Kansas, in the world I'm from, lie for tyrants and do their bidding and kneel to them. Why do you kneel to her?
So you are the human from Kansas that the wind has been whispering about.
Let the wind whisper.
It's funny, the last time a human came here and decided to shake things up. Oz became better and greater than it ever has before. But this ruler, well, Dorothy's a lot stronger than that wicked witch.
Is Oz greater than it ever has been?
Don't you see how many hearts I have?
All I see is a rusted tin man standing all alone.
Give me an intimidation check.
I don't see greatness.
Give me an intimidation check.
Can I
help?
taking another
Yeah.
heart?
You can help. Yes, everyone can help.
Yeah,
Do it like
that's
a
why.
couple.
That's good,
Just
because I rolled a
using my
6.
long sword.
Beautiful. I love it. You guys glean from these up and down persuasion checks and up and down intimidation checks that he knows you're right. He has a insane layer of abuse and pride to work through before he would just go, yeah, I'll switch sides.
Okay.
What was that intimidation check?
That was a 6.
You
Well,
can
you
roll
have
again.
advantage.
You have advantage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
The 5. I'm a little farm girl from Kansas. I'm not that scared. I just have words.
Lavendrel, you can roll an intimidation check.
Okay. Intimidation's charisma, so. Oh, well, actually, that's pretty good. 17.
There we go. Not too intimidated by the little farm girl from Kansas, but the warrior from the from Gilligan County.
I didn't mention this earlier, but I have like a big scar on my right eye.
Scar across the eye. Who evaded the slaughter of earlier this morn, drawing a sword. Even that causes this man made of thin sheet metal to quiver. What? Have your way with me then. You wish to belittle me, humiliate me, tear me to shreds?
No.
Do it already.
I mean, I do,
No.
but I don't think they do.
My dear Tin Man, I think you've been through quite enough of that, haven't you? You expect it now. No. We're asking you to join us.
Yeah.
We don't want to destroy you. We want to destroy her. You can find freedom again. From her abuse, her cruelty. I knew her years ago. I know what she's capable. I know what she's done to you. I know what she's done to me. We're not all that dissimilar. The only difference is you chose her side.
I'm gonna roll for the Tin Man. If he rolls, do you guys want high or low?
Make high be good.
High
Yeah,
or
we'll
low?
go high.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
If we roll 11 to 20, he's going to help you. If we roll 10 or below, he won't.
Okay.
Death saves.
I gotta take off my back wound. Can you see my tray?
Yep.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
I don't know. I can't read it.
I
4!
can't read it either.
4!
No!
No! Hold on, let me get my cool background back. You see, he goes, "The only help that you shall garner from me in killing the love of my life is if you leave me rusted so that I cannot stop you."
Alright, well, I lift my sword over his neck.
Okay?
I just look at him before that sword comes down.
Is
I
anyone
go,
going to try
"Well."
to stop me?
I'm not going to stop you. I'm just going to look at the Tin Man and go, well, you've chosen an abuser over help. And I think that says more about you than it does her.
Yeah, Scood says he's like,
I was really hoping you're gonna be different, man. I was really hoping. Oh well.
he's gonna like walk away.
Make it a
I
clean
step
cut,
back.
Lavendrel.
Anything you say, Princess Mombi.
The sword comes down, cleanly slices through this metal neck as his head and rolls across the red brick road and falls at the feet of Mombi.
Pick it up. Size it up. Grabbing myself by the jaw. Pulling my own head back, off, and donning his.
That's so sick. That's so sick. Okay.
Well,
Earl is mortified.
I think this will be good.
Adequate.
Wow.
I hand him the oil can.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Weird taste in my mouth.
So,
Kitty?
let's take a new vote. What do we think about where you guys would like to find and capture Dorothy? Her home or the road? Or elsewhere?
Well, the idea of luring her here for the Tin Man is a little decapitated now, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go for
So-
home. Plus, Mombi's wearing the head, so
Yeah.
that could get
Yeah.
us somewhere.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
could.
If
Wonderful.
we cover me up, I might be able to pass as him.
I'm really good at disguises.
Ah, well,
Oh,
that's a potential new plan.
I'm also really good at mimicry, so I can do voice.
Would you
Oh,
like
yeah.
his head?
No, thank you.
Can I make a controversial statement?
Do it.
The Tin Man's really hot. I thought that was really hot.
Sure.
I don't know Fiona Victory's height.
Let's go for the perfect height for a woman and say 5'5".
Joe, you're the one that says that, and you're the
That's
DM,
really funny.
so whatever you say goes.
High five it is.
That was an Allie Beardsley reference. Or no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was an Alex Songja reference. I don't know why I thought it was Allie Beardsley. From
I'm
Never
just
Stop
curious
Blowing Up.
if as a munchkin I was tiny enough to kind of hide in your vestiges
That could work.
to help throw voices.
How tall do you think that Maren is?
Oh, I wrote it down. She's tiny.
So you're basically gonna be doing what the Wizard of Oz did.
You also have a great deception.
She's
but I
4
think
foot-
it's
she's
more
4 foot
funny
tall.
To have a different person doing the Tin Man's voice rather than talking through his mouth.
I mean, I'm 4 foot tall, and nobody would think it was the Tin Man.
That's true.
So,
No, don't peek behind the curtain.
Don't
we're
peek
like
behind
three
the
monkeys in a
curtain.
trench coat just walking through the door.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I mean, you guys could also always, like, do a trench coat situation. The only bad thing is that Mombi is the head because she has the head. Maren
If we
can't
could just
carry
cover my
Mombi.
body neck down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was planning on being small enough to like. I don't think it's an up close sort of thing, but it might be a getting us through the room sort of thing.
Right. Well, I'll tell you
Does he
guys
have, like,
this.
a uniform? Because I feel like if he's out of uniform, this plan's kind of fucked. I'm fully using the head as an intimidation tactic.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Just like showing up with her lover's head attached to someone else.
Oh, that would be effective.
Yeah, no longer attached to him.
And in fact, for added, what I'm gonna do is once I've donned his head, because Mombi already bit into one of the hearts, I'm gonna take another heart and bite into it like an apple, so it's just dripping.
Okay.
I hope this doesn't make me
To
rusty.
that extent as well, how much do we think that Dorothy truly cares about the Tin Man? If
Scood might know
We
that,
just
or
kinda
he might
left him for
be able
dead.
to. Could Scood do like some kind of roll to see if he could tell that at some point
Yeah.
or remember?
Yeah. Do it.
I mean, he's not a very smart monkey, but why
He's doing his best.
He is doing his best, and the best wasn't great. 6.
Yeah. They kind of scare and confuse you, so
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah,
you can't look at them for too long.
yeah, makes sense.
I will tell you guys this. As you approach the castle, Scood, give me an investigation check with advantage.
Oh, great.
We could pretend I've taken you as prisoners.
Oh, that's good.
There's that. You can pretend you've taken me as prisoner. I'm the human who just showed up.
16.
16. You look, something's wrong. Based on the time of day that it is, the princess, or please, the queen, should still be here. She should still be in her bedchambers doing her morning routine. And she's not supposed to leave and go anywhere until about 10 in the morning. It's about 8 in the morning now, and her carriage is not here.
Oh,
At the castle.
At the castle.
where else does she go, dude?
I mean, she goes a lot of places, but not at this time. She's usually right here. Maybe she... Oh, if I had to guess, maybe she's looking for the Tin Man.
Does everyone want to give me insight, investigation, something to
I'll
see
roll
if you
an
can
investigation.
deduce?
I'll also ask Scood, is it possible she's looking for you?
I mean,
How's
it's
it sound?
possible. It's possible. I'm just a little... She treats me like shit. Possible, though.
Well, I know, but she sounds very possessive of her things and your things
Oh.
to her, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Your possessions to her, she's going to look for you because she wants to dominate and possess and torture you for...
Oh. Yeah, that does
Oh.
make sense.
And you have one of her prisoners. And that's going to piss her off.
Oh, yeah.
Who
Yeah,
got?
So
that
you're
makes sense.
fugitives.
Yeah, she's probably... Oh, I know that. I just figured, I don't know.
You are fugitives of a tyrannic queen.
Who got 10 to 15?
I got 8.
I got a 14.
Who got above a
Nothing.
15? Everyone else got below a 10.
Damn.
Not rolling good tonight.
Scood.
These new eyes, they just don't work the same.
We're just a little farm girl. I don't know.
I can
Scood.
fight things, that's about all I'm good for.
Yeah.
I am not of this world, man.
Can I do a survival check?
Yeah, sure. You
Would-
already
would
scored
that
high
work?
enough, though. If you,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna just try to get a little bit higher with...
if you'd like to.
Come on, dice. Yeah, that's a 23.
23.
Hey!
You kind of like sneak a little closer to the castle wall and see if you can eavesdrop on some guards at the wall. And you hear people talking about how late last night the pseudo king of Oz, the Tin Man, was found beheaded last night, and Queen Dorothy's going to handle it. And you would know that where she does all of this wonderful magic that she does with the lion and Toto and everything else, you can deduce that Dorothy is off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Oh, shit. Oh. Okay, Suit's gonna, run away and report.
The wizard's still alive, is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, still alive.
Nope.
Oh, no? Oh.
She killed the wizard many years ago.
Oh, that's right. No,
But
No,
Dorothy
where
has
is
this
she?
cool thing called necromancy.
yeah.
I was
I
gonna
don't
say,
really
is
know.
he still alive or is he undead?
I don't really know how it works, but I know that's where she goes to go do her, bringing back people business like she did with the lion and the scarecrow.
So she has a necromancer's lair.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you know
These are
where
a lot
that
of
lair is?
strange words for a Kansite to know.
We're not going to talk about that
It's 1950. I know what necromancy is. It's 1950. I'm in Kansas. I know what necromancy is.
I have 3 books on it right here.
I read a lot. Do you know where this lair is?
I do, yeah. She's off to see the wizard, so... I mean, we could probably just follow the red brick road. Like she did before.
Wow.
Very well, I guess that's what we're doing then. So we're probably going to fight her, the lion, whoever else she might have with her.
Oh yeah, the scarecrow, like...
Ah, yes, the scarecrow.
Scarecrow's just a little freak. I don't think he's a threat.
I'm sure we could set fire to him and deal with him, but...
Everyone.
Though, he's quite
Get him.
Oh, he's still gross to look at, though. He's still gross.
As you guys begin to head down the red brick road, everyone give me survival checks.
Do I add anything to a survival check?
I think that's wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay.
And proficiency if you're proficient. I love how poorly I'm rolling today with my DM dice.
I'm consistently rolling 9s. It's just 9.
Yeah, me. Oh, I'm about to switch to my purple dice. This is ridiculous. That's a 14.
Nice switch.
I
got a 6.
Right.
I got a 16.
Okay.
Yeah, 15.
Great. So the not flying monkey guy on the inside and the general soldier really know their way around. The princess, the Lullaby League member, and the not from here do not. Works out. You guys start down the red brick road.
Squelch.
Squelch.
Yeah, I look at the red brick road and I just go this, and I just think of all the slaughter and the lives lost and everything that accumulated here that led to this road being red. And I don't know what color it was before. Nobody told me. It used to be fucking yellow.
Yeah.
It used to be this color, and he points to like his shin guard on it.
This was yellow.
Yep. Yeah, I told you. The bitch sucks. She's...
This isn't paint, is it?
No, I don't think so. It's a lot of... It would take a lot of paint. I mean, it's a lot of blood.
A lot of blood, too.
Where along the road are we? Are we like wide open road? Or
Why don't you try to
road?
taste it for yourself?
So you guys are heading down this red brick road, and the first kind of noticeable landmark that you find is you are passing this rotting field of corn. There's this wooden, dilapidated fence, rotting corn stalks as far as you can see, and on a wooden scarecrow's post, like a cross shape, out in the middle, there's several of them. Hanging are several crucified munchkins. I didn't mean to laugh while I said that. Let me try again.
I just look at
Take
my
it again.
friend
Just
here
take it again.
and-
He's so fucked up and evil.
Hanging there are several crucified munchkins. Maren,
Not any chance that's paper mache, is it?
Maren, you
Doesn't look
recognize members of the Lullaby League and members of your brother organization, the Lollipop Guild, punished for their crimes against Queen Dorothy.
I'm just gonna kind of walk over to the edge of the fence because I don't want to be loud, but in the spirit of the Lollipop Guild and the Lullaby League, I will just hum a little lullaby in my form of prayer, and bow my head and quietly walk on.
As we walk, I step up beside her and I reach down and just put my hand on her shoulder. I don't say anything, I just let her know I'm there.
Yeah, same. So sorry. So,
It's okay, I'll come back for them when this is over, and I'll give them a proper burial.
Gonna get that bitch, don't worry.
Oh, we will.
Are there any whose heads you'd want to see kill her, like as a revenge thing? It's tin, it's stuffy.
I think I would prefer my friends to keep their heads.
Of course, of course.
Thank you.
Simply an offer.
You guys continue down the Red Brick Road. You pass this section of thick jungle where those of you who once knew the Cowardly Lion know that this is where he once stalked. You continue down until the woods clear into this large field full of red flowers. And as you begin to walk through what some of you know as the poppy field and others of you not, who, just honor system, who thinks that they would be aware of the effect that the poppy field has on people?
I feel like Maren would.
Definitely.
Would or would not?
Who would know?
I mean, we have poppies in my realm as well. I would know what they do to people.
Do they make you fall asleep in real life?
They do, yes. If you walk through a poppy field, it makes you fall asleep.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
It's a weird, like, fucked up effect they have on you.
Okay.
It's apparently a real thing.
They, I believe, were used to make some anesthetic. Or opium.
Yes.
Opium.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Opium.
Yeah, they make opium.
We're gonna go chasing the dragon out in this poppy field.
Yeah, they used for drugs before the synthetic heroin was made.
You guys walk through, and because you're aware of its effects, you are keeping you are not breathing as often as you can. You're holding your breath for as long as you can as you're walking through, breathing through your shirt and things like that. Everyone give me a con save, and instead of a DC 20, we'll make it a DC 12. Because you guys
I'm still going down.
18.
Something I'm good at. 25.
18.
16.
Oh no.
You guys see, as you're walking through, Mombi. What do you think Mombi would hallucinate about?
I'm back in my palace. It's beautiful. I'm beautiful. I'm in my full regalia. Everything is great. But my wheelers, they aren't responding to my orders. They burst into the room where I hold my heads, taking not only all 29 that aren't on me, but the original, and they cast them into the river, and 29 times I feel myself drown. And that is what I dream.
And funnily enough, you take, not kidding, just rolled, 29 points of poison damage.
Oh,
Topical.
wow.
And the other four of you just see Princess Mombi about halfway through the poppy field and twist and fall to the ground.
Oh no. No.
Alright.
I rush over to her. I'm a cleric. Can I do like a medicine check or something to make sure she's alive?
Would you like to move her out of the poppy field before you do this, or do you want to stop in the middle?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's like get her out of the field and then.
Okay, the four of you give me strength checks. Mombi, give me like I don't know, what's your armor class?
Well, if I still have mage armor up, 12.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
Otherwise, 9.
Can I add my proficiency bonus?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you're proficient in helping Mombi.
24.
I rolled an 18 for that.
8.
Great. And what was Jimmy's?
16.
You're a bit too short to help Maren, but you are kind of moral support. Your arms are fully extended, but you're not reaching her. But the other three of you effortlessly carry this very petite woman out of the poppy fields and somewhere safe. And Pearl, if you would like to do some kind of spell or medicine check, you're welcome to.
Hey, let me see what kind of spells I got here. I don't know what I can do that would.
And you're under the poison condition, Mombi.
Oh, fun.
Is it okay?
Thanks.
So healing spells won't do anything for poison, right?
You can get HP back, but the poison condition will still be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah,
see
you
if I
can
have
use
the
it
rest.
for things. Like I'm not rolling point enough.
I don't have any restoration or anything, so I don't have any spells that'll do anything, but I can do like a medicine check to make sure you're alive at least.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Do I add anything to that?
That'll be intelligence.
I mean, so I'm a battle
16.
medic. I have a healer's kit, but I don't think it helps with poison. So.
You can also give me.
I don't know.
Both of you can give me medicine checks to see if you can jerry rig some way to like drain the poison, or make her throw up, or like see if you guys can come up with something.
I rolled a 16.
So I get healing rerolls. So that was what was that? 12.
Or you can do a nature check if that's better for either one of you.
No, medicine's definitely better. Yeah, it was 12.
Okay, 12 and then 16.
I rolled the worst this time.
Would any of the rest of you like to do a nature check or something like that to see if you can find a natural remedy nearby?
I was just gonna ask that if we could do that.
Go forth. Nature is intelligence?
Intelligence, yeah.
Okay.
13.
It was wisdom, but yeah.
18.
18.
Well, I think wisdom is survival and nature is intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah.
17.
17. Lavendrel, Maren, you guys, I think, Maren, you are finding ways to repurpose things in your healing kit to deal with the, like, she has blisters and things that are popping up on her skin from the poison, and you are finding ways to take care of those. Lavendrel, you been around these parts before. You go and you're able to find a plant that you stick under her nose, and by forcing her to breathe that in, after a few deep breaths, Mombi, you come back. You are in a lot of pain. You feel very woozy, but you are conscious.
The head, that the prior head attached to like my belt, is screaming. Tin head is fully frozen up.
Okay.
Sorry, gotta do it. I gotta play into my character.
Yeah.
All right. So, which head am I sticking this thing under the nose of?
Probably 10
Probably a 10 man.
All right.
for maximum discontinuity.
And
Like
Mom,
that's something that like Lavendrel would be saying.
Yeah.
All right. Which head do you want this on?
what?
Never mind.
While all of this is going on, can I pull out my pan flute and play a song, an encouraging song for all of us as we are preparing for what is about to happen? I can only give it to 3 people. So who is most likely to kick it?
Well, I have 5 hit points.
So you.
I have 43 hit points.
41.
I'm a tank. I've got 84.
Okay.
But also,
So
I shouldn't get
I
close
will-
to anyone if I'm good.
Yeah.
So I will give it to Scood, Pearl, and Mombi. You now have heroic inspiration, which I didn't write down the full details of it, but you basically, like, once a long rest or once a day, you get to reroll any die.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
No, cool.
Okay, and I will cast on Mombi Shield of Faith. And that is a shimmering field that surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting it a +2 bonus to AC for the duration.
That can stack with your mage armor.
I hit 14.
Yeah. Just it lasts for 10 minutes. It lasts for 10 minutes, but I figure if we're getting close to the lair, then it'll just protect you in between, because we'll probably run into some cat guards or minions.
Beautiful.
So that should hold you for now, and
You guys continue on. Do we want to give Mombi any hit points back?
Yeah, I was.
We should do that too. Yes.
Somebody like healing
If we
word
take
or.
a short rest, I can just spend hit dice if we like short rest while we walk.
Short rest I love. Let's do it.
Short
If
rest we
anybody-
can do. Yeah, that'd be great.
Truly, you are a kind and fierce Kanzite.
Kind and fierce Kansite.
Don't let Dorothy fool you. In my community, we help each other and we're there for each other.
Well, I mean, the last Kanzite I saw was kind and turned into a tyrant, and you're fierce, so hopefully you just leave and stay gone once you're home.
Oh, I plan on going home and not coming back. Don't get me wrong, I like you guys, but I miss my farm
Thanks for
and
like
my dog.
As you guys approach this ever-burning Emerald Castle, is the plan to storm in and ambush her? Is the plan to send in a decoy? Are you planning to stealth it? What's going on?
I think we should start with stealth and just get a vibe of what's going on here.
Wonderful.
Would Scood have ever been there before?
I think yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's what the wizard used to live in when he was living, and it is a giant emerald castle that is now pretty much empty except for her necromancer supplies. And as you guys approach, you do see the carriage outside.
Found her.
That's hers. She's here.
So is the plan to
I mean-
stealth in?
I think we're just
Is
gonna
there-
start.
Is there a back way in? A not so obvious way in?
I mean, I'm down to just walk in the front door and start swinging my sword, but you know.
If Dorothy is within 120 feet of me, I can strike her unseen. Quite fiercely.
Oh, I mean, I can do that too, but I gotta be a lot closer to her. Man, that's a cool trick.
I can do that too, and I pull out my longbow.
If all of you are going to, scale the wall, go in through windows, go in through back ways, give me stealth checks.
Yeah, try that.
Are we all going in that way? Or is somebody doing
I'm
recon?
using my inspiration.
20.
Do we add anything to stealth checks?
Dex.
Dexterity.
Never mind, natural 20.
Yay!
Hell yes.
Even with disadvantage, 18.
Nice.
Nice.
So,
19.
is heroic inspiration advantage or a reroll?
Advantage.
It's advantage.
Is it? I think it, so in 2024, I think they updated it to its reroll, I think.
Joe, it's up to you.
You can have advantage. That's fine.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
When the
Because
new rule
otherwise
sucks
I
harder,
could use
I'll
Times
give you
of
the better
Chaos to give
one.
myself another reroll because I didn't roll.
But I'm still trying to learn the giving of the heroic inspiration, so.
It's up to you, Joe.
You can take the higher. I don't care. I'm
I'm saying if it is not advantage, then I can do another thing that gives me advantage.
You can do that. You can do whatever you
Okay.
want.
Oh, finally, a roll above a 10. I rolled a 2, a 6, and a
Yay.
15.
Okay.
Using my Tides of Chaos for that last one, that brings me to 17.
Okay. Excellent. You can do whatever you guys want. I don't care.
You're the DM.
I'm equipped to take care. I know what you guys have. I'm equipped. Don't worry. I've never seen your character sheets. Never looked at
That's a
them.
lie.
I've looked at them because I made your character sheets, the beautiful one, a month ago, but I don't remember. All of you hit above a 15, is that right?
Yeah, even me in my big clunky suit of armor.
Wow.
I hit a natural 20.
Amazing. You guys surround the place, crawl in through windows, through back doors. You're hiding in parapets and the fantasy equivalent of like a air duct. Yeah? Sure.
The eaves.
The eaves. Thank you.
So gross.
So gross. And go ahead and, though no one has noticed you and you are not in combat, go ahead and roll initiative for me. As you see Dorothy, Lavendrel, you are perched from above somehow, and you can see Dorothy is looking down over 2 coffins side by side, one with the dead wizard's skeleton, and the other with the decapitated head, or body of the Tin Man. And she is whispering and chanting and doing some kind of mixing, seemingly in preparation. And it is your turn.
Hey, I am most effective.
Really quick, I have a correction because I missed. I have the alert feed, which means I get a plus bonus. So it's my initiative is 16 instead of 11.
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry. That's okay.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. I'm most effective in melee combat, so I just want to look around. But I also don't want to dive into a suicide mission.
Yeah, if you
So I
want to
just wanna
delay
look
your
around at
action, that's
everybody
fine
else in
too.
the group. I want to look around at everybody else in the group, and it's like, okay, if I jump down here, you'll all follow me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here goes nothing. And I'm gonna jump down and unleash my long sword on Dorothy twice.
Beautiful. Give me both of those attack rolls.
Okay, that is a dirty 20
Okay.
and a 27.
Okay. You see that as you go down, this incredible jump as you swing the sword down scene, you see that she actually turns and this first one as the what is it called? Shield? Mage armor thing?
Yeah, shield.
Cross up, catches your blade, and she looks directly into your eyes and says, "You should have stayed home. After all, I hear there's no place like it." And then your sword breaks through this mage and hits her on the second one for how much damage?
Okay, I'll make that roll. That is 9 slashing, and then I'm gonna try to do a grappling strike. As a bonus action, I'm gonna try to grapple her, which I think is as an athletics check contested against
Yes.
dexterity.
I think
Yeah.
so.
It's contested dex or athletics from Dorothy.
Okay.
Great. I do so much switch. Watch this. I switch sheet. It's so fast.
I mean, I could pull, I could show off my dice tower. That's a natural 20.
Beautiful.
I don't know if you could see it, but
Well, unless I roll a natural 20 right now, it don't matter. And I do, and I kid you the fuck not, I do. I know it's not gonna show up. Look, so you can see it!
Are you fucking kidding me?
Woo! Oh no, my camera, it fall. Hold on. Oh no.
Wait.
I couldn't.
Okay.
Oh.
So what are your modifiers?
Oh god.
For me, that turns it into athletics. That turns it into a 28.
Yeah, please. She has a -1 to strength. You're fine.
Imagine if Dorothy was super shredded, though.
But it's a really cool scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even use the superiority die, so.
So you
Yeah,
guys,
that's a 9.
wonderful. Another 9, you said?
Not damage.
Got it.
To the athletics check.
You guys see, the other 4 of you see, Lavendrel, she jumps down, has this sword over her head, coming down, caught with this mage hand. You should have stayed home. I hear there's no place like it. As the sword comes through, striking hard into her shoulder, and she falls down onto one knee, and Lavendrel grapples her and has, would you like Dorothy pinned to the ground? What kind of position are you hoping for?
Yeah.
Pinned down to the ground.
Yeah, pinned to the ground.
And you see the Mombi's wonderful general having Dorothy, the dictator, pinned down to the ground. And
then I'm debating whether or not I want to, like, be arrogant and action surge.
Fuck it. I don't know. Kind of cool.
Okay.
But you guys see that, like, on joint nat 20s, it's a very, like, Lavendrel's flexing those, like, it's a hard, you can see that, like, many years of training have gone into this grapple, and it seems many years of training from Dorothy try to resist it, but it's not enough.
And then I'll be arrogant and action surge.
Great, do it, and it's with advantage. She's grappled.
So that is a 22 on the first attack.
Hits.
And a 19 on the second.
Does not hit. But you hit once more. Roll the damage for me.
Okay. That is 11 slashing.
I can do this. Math. I did it.
You got it.
You guys
Reach
see.
number, Joe. I believe in you.
You guys see Dorothy go from perfectly fine, having no idea anyone was here, to, I think, honestly, just with that initial, like, blocking that first blow, just hearing the slightest creak in the stone or whatever, or in the, not in the stone, in the armor as she lunges. And from perfectly fine to immediately battered and pinned to the ground in an instant, it seems. Excellent. Anything else from Lavendrel?
I will pass.
Excellent. We are on to the woman herself. And acting on her initiative as well, you see Toto stands up from his pet bed snarling as Dorothy's going to attempt to break this grapple. Is that an athletics check against your athletics check? Is that true?
I think so.
Okay, roll an athletics.
Okay.
I got a 16.
18.
18. Okay, she's going to. How do I want to do this? Stop it, wench.
No.
Quit.
Also, Dorothy can do Dex over Strength when trying to get out of it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Thanks for telling me that.
That's also true.
Well, then I got a 19.
Well,
Alright.
fine.
Thanks, Scood. I knew my boy liked me.
Still working for your boss.
What the hell?
What the hell,
I want it
guys?
to be interesting.
That is so funny. She,
I know. What I want is I want everyone to get a turn.
That's right. We're trying to be fair. Sorry, we're trying to be fair. Go ahead
Justice,
and. Oh, I don't have. You don't have to roll anything. I roll. Okay. Oh. Why? Please let me see the number. Okay. Does a. I can do this. Wizards are intelligence, right?
Yes.
Okay. I told you this would take a while. Does the
Is it a spell attack?
yeah. Does a 21
Okay,
hit
so
your
that's-
armor class?
Yes.
Excellent. I think it would technically be a little more than that, but I don't know. I'm working with a wonky sheet.
What's your AC?
19.
19. I'm going to, as a reaction, bend luck. That's going to be 2 sorcery points, and we are going to deduct a D4 from that attack roll.
Cool.
That being a 4.
Cool. So what do I have now? 17?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, are you doing that from the spell attack or from the grapple thing? The spell attack?
From the attack.
Cool. You see that she breaks out of your grip, scrambles back a little bit, using her movement for that, and seems to attempt to do some kind of magic in this moment. And Mombi, what does it look like as you slap the spell out of the air?
First of all, I'm so sorry. I forgot I also took alert. So, I'm not going to move my initiative. I'm going to stick with the 16, because otherwise that'd be another 21.
Okay.
I have your dex, though.
I think what happens is I take one of the hearts I had taken, crush it in my hand, and that sort of movement jerks her hand aside, sort of skewing the aim.
Beautiful.
So also, just as well, escaping or grapple is the full action, so is the spell being cast as a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's Dorothy's turn, and she did nothing. We are on to Toto. Toto stands up. He sees his owner being threatened. There's no one else on the floor yet. Toto's on to attack Lavendrel. Let me pull up his sheet. I love sheet. I love doing.
Do you really love sheet, or are you just looking around and saying things?
I love that sheet. I don't love sheet.
That's how it felt when I was,
When you were what?
Wizard.
We're-
Wizard spells that are a bonus action.
19 does not hit, right?
19 ties, and tie goes to the roller.
Okay, cool.
Beats it.
And misses the second one by a crazy amount. You see, Toto comes down, clamps down hard onto your arm, and what is it? It's not much. It's just a little puppy. Does 6... 12 damage total. 5 of that is piercing, and the rest is fire. As clamps down white hot teeth onto your arm and goes to bite you again and snaps, misses. And that is Toto's entire turn, and we are on to Maren.
Cool. Well, so much of what I can do can only be done by also hurting my friend. So here's what I'm going to do. As a bonus action, I'm going to yell down to Lavendrel, "You've got this, and I'm sorry!" and give her bardic inspiration.
Is that a D8 at level 8, or is it a D8?
It is, hold on. I believe so. Why have I lost track of it? That should be it, though. Bardic inspiration. Yeah, it's a D8.
Yeah.
And then I am going to cast Shatter.
Awesome.
So this sudden, loud, ringing noise, this painfully intense ringing, erupts, sort of centered around Dorothy and Toto, and unfortunately Lavendrel. And each creature within that 10-foot radius, which, does this still include the wizard and the Tin Man's body?
They're not living, so depends on what happens to them.
I wasn't sure, because if we're in the middle of necromancy, it actually does more damage to the Tin Man if there is any life in him. So, anyway.
Cool.
It also
It
does
was worth
double
an
damage
ask.
to constructs and structures, I believe.
She was not able to. I rolled for her before y'all.
I don't think it does more
started.
damage, I just think it means they have disadvantage on the saving
Oh,
throw.
that's right, it's disadvantage. Either way, you can sunder the body.
Oh, that's true. They do have disadvantage on that. That's
I
true.
rolled for her
That's a good
before
one.
you guys officially started attacking, and she was not able to finish her necromancy. Neither one of them have been raised from the dead.
Okay.
Yeah, so it says a non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes this damage if it's in the spell's area.
Okay.
So, up to DM if we count the Tin Man's body as a non-magical object at this point.
Sure.
Anyway, it is instantaneous, so I think I just roll 3d8.
Is it a saving throw?
And then you have to save. It is. It's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
8.
So bad.
20,
8.
23, 22.
So that's 18 damage. See, this is, I don't often play spellcaster.
Nice.
What did Toto roll, Joe?
Oh, I forgot to roll for Toto. Good point.
So my spell save DC is 15.
Oh, Dorothy didn't make it. We're gonna see about this dog.
Damage her face. Guys, come on.
Toto does worse. So how much damage do they take?
18.
18. Okay.
And then I take 9 because I saved it.
Wonderful. Okay, 1 second. Woo! Okay. And then I can do this. Okay. Wonderful. What does the shadow look like as you cast it?
Well, I feel like I should play into being a dance bard. So I think there is just, because it says this like ringing loud noise. So I might take out the pan flute just to like make it extra screechy and just blow this incredibly awful high note and then stomp my foot to like, just do like a nice little like leap and stomp to send it barreling down the fountain.
Hell yeah. You see that Lavendrel, she looks like she ends up okay, but Dorothy, newly not grappled, and Toto clamping down onto her arm, it both cower, cover their ears. Toto's like whimpering like a dog, and like a dog. Cool, good description, Joe. And sort of backs up and begins to cower before returning to do his master's bidding. Anything else, Maren?
Nope. I'm better at range, so I'm gonna stay put.
Great. And Scood, we're on to you.
Alright, Scood is gonna click his heels together to act Boots of Speed as a bonus action. Basically doubles my movement speed. Any creature that makes an opportunity attack against me has disadvantage on the attack roll. As if they're gonna be able to make one anyway. Yeah, so he's just gonna run up to he's gonna run up to Dorothy and take a couple swings at her with his rapier.
Awesome, do it. Dorothy's AC is 20 right now with her mage armor.
Dirty 20.
Oh, neat.
You
Does
hit.
that not expire at the end of her turn, though?
Yep. Her AC's 15.
Wait, was it shield?
Yeah, if it's shield, it would expire, because it's a reaction. I think it expires.
If it's
at the
mage
end of
armor,
her-
it lasts longer.
Oh, no, it's mage armor.
That, I believe, lasts for
I don't know
8
how long
hours.
that lasts. Okay. 20.
'Cause I cast it earlier.
You hit.
I know.
You hit either
Yep,
way,
yep.
Jimmy.
Alright, and then the second one is a 10, so that will do it.
Awesome. And what are you hitting with?
Just his rapier that is, it's like a black, so the hilt is mainly like a red and like a shiny red and gold, and then like the little flourishes or whatever, like the rest of the handle is just like solid black. And so yeah, he's just taking a swing at that, swing at her with that, which is, it's gonna be 6 plus 4 piercing, plus 17 sneak attack.
Ooh, wonderful.
And then he's gonna run away.
away you go. And cunning action, you don't get opportunity attack, right?
It's the fancy with swashbuckler.
Beautiful. Again, within seconds, all of this has happened to Dorothy, and she goes from perfectly fine in her home to she was fully even though this is not a surprise round, she did get a turn. She's being fully ambushed. She goes from perfectly fine to battered within seconds. And anything else, Scood?
No, I think that's it. Yeah, he's just gonna run past her and just like slash her. He's gonna try to do the second one really quick, but he just like, oops, I misjudged it. I'm running too fast, and then just keep going. Yeah.
Amazing. So we are to Mombi.
Beautiful. This is about to be a wizard-length turn, and I'm sorry for... First of all, I would love to be 90 feet away, if at all possible.
Oh, no.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Okay, thank you for that. So, first order of business. I am going to cast at 4th level Rauflum's Psychic Lance. I'm going to use the Metamagic heightened spell, so Dorothy will have disadvantage on her save, because I believe this is a save.
Okay.
Yes, an intelligence saving throw of DC 16.
I make it.
You make it?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, give me just a second.
I love that.
Okay.
You go wizard length turn.
So, that is 7d6 psychic damage halved.
Okay.
So that's cocked. That's cocked. I'm just gonna roll in not a tray. 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 5 is 20. Nope. Is 18.
18.
Great.
Plus 4 is 22.
Mm-hmm.
Last one. Plus 6 is 28 halved to 14 psychic damage. Because I used my Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage earlier, that is going to be a wild magic surge.
Okay.
The total
I'm gonna cast Fireball on
is
himself and die.
73, a 73 on this chart.
I love
I
wild magic
also
sorcerers.
cast Fear.
No way.
Okay, let me pull up Fear.
No way. So there's things on this list that turn you into a potted plant for 10 minutes and you cast Fear. That's true?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I sent you the list before. I'll send it again.
I don't care. You're fine. I'm just being a bitch. I don't care.
If we agreed I was 90 feet away, so this actually does nothing because it's each creature in a 30-foot cone of me.
You just kind of look really scary for a minute.
Yeah. And so what happens is, as I cast this spell using the Tin Man's head, I bring my fingers up to the temple, focus in the head on my hip, muttering under its breath the incantation. The Tin Man's head from the forehead up explodes as a wave of psychic energy shoots out, radiating laterally for her neck.
Ew.
Oh, nice.
Give me an intimidation check.
Oh, beautiful. That is 13 plus 8 is 21.
Okay. You see, I don't know why I looked up as if I was doing that. Did you guys see that? I went, kill me. Okay. You see that at once overwhelmed and battered, Dorothy sees, I mean, obviously feels this incredible, again, like has just been blasted by the shatter and again by all the psychic damage, and looks over to you, a look of pure fear in her eyes. Do you think that Mombi was here when Dorothy arrived the first time?
She was definitely... She saw what happened, I'm sure.
For the first time in a long time, Mombi, she looks 15 again. And she looks terrified.
That won't do. I was waiting for your head to be older for my coronation.
Anything else on Mombi's turn?
Can I get a read on how close to death she is?
No. I'm just kidding. Do you want to give me a...
Good luck.
Actually, go fuck yourself.
You
die?
tell me that. That's okay.
Yeah, you want to do, like, medicine or insight?
I suck equally at both, so sure.
Okay.
16.
Pretty messed up. I mean, I don't know that you, like, have an exact idea of how much more she can take. You know she's pretty Weasley, pretty hardy, but you can see that she's already very bloodied. She has multiple physical battles and psychic ones coming at her all at once.
All right. I think. No, I can't do that. That's right. That is going to end my turn.
Beautiful. Okay. Mombi, give me first a strength save, DC 16, and then a wisdom save, DC 15.
I failed the strength save with a total of 6.
Okay.
Wisdom save is a total of 15. Is it against being charmed?
No. Okay. What did I said 15 for the wisdom, right? Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you beat that one. Do not beat the other one.
Oh, beautiful.
Hey. I do what I can. You are not what is the word they're using for this? You're not magically frightened by this, but you do feel some very surprisingly strong straw hands wrap around you and essentially grappling you against him, and you feel the scarecrow coming in as he grapples you, and what is your armor class?
Currently 14, if I still have Shield of whatever on me.
Yes.
I don't think it's been quite 10 minutes since I cast it.
No, you're good. Just barely makes it.
I will say, I spent enough hit dice to get up to full health. So.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh, I am still poisoned, so I'm going to make wisdom at disadvantage.
Do it.
Keeping myself honest here. That is a 10.
Lame.
Okay. You are
But
also...
as a reaction, I can cast Counter Charm
Great.
to being frightened.
Beautiful. As if nothing happened. And you take, as he grabs you and rakes this sharp hay against your skin in this kind of pattern, you take 14 slashing damage as he just holds you against him and rakes into your flesh, breathing heavily with this wet burlap pressed up against the back of your neck.
Okay, gross.
He's kind of a freak, Joe. Didn't like that.
This guy's a freak. I don't want his head. It's too wet.
I told you, it's fucking scary.
It's wet.
Just fucking gross.
I can feel the hay sort of digging in on its own. It's so... Ugh.
I warned you.
It's squirming into me. Ugh, my skin.
So we see as Scood is attacking Dorothy, Mombi does all this psychic damage and is essentially silent killer, grabbed from behind, raked across. You feel the fear begin to overwhelm you, but then, Maren, what does it look like as you counter charm this fear?
I feel like I catch the movement out of the corner of my eye, and I turn and like start to see that fear creep in, and I think I just give him like that look of like, you're here, like just a grounding, like solid look, and dispel.
You catch your comrade's eye, and you do not allow yourself to fall into the same fear that the crows do, and you hey, and you feel blood begin to seep through your skin as this or through your clothes as these razor sharp pieces of hay cut through your skin. We are on to Lavinia.
Okay, so how far away am I from Dorothy?
I don't know why yours says your real name and not your character name to Pearl.
I have no idea, but...
We are, you're still up and hiding. Let's say 60 feet? Does that feel fair? 'Cause
60's perfect, that's what I needed.
Cool.
So I'm gonna look down and I'm gonna watch what's going on and just kind of... I look at Dorothy for the first time in so many years since she was in Kansas, as I last saw her, since that last really catastrophic tornado took her away. And I just look at this woman now, grown from the girl who used to bully everybody and tormented me for so many years. And I feel that rage come up again. And I feel that despite how I've gotten over what she did to me and so many people I knew, I'm still fucking angry at her. And some things you just don't get over. And as that rage builds, you guys see in this little girl from Kansas that you think is just this regular human, you see this sacred flame start to grow in my hands. And I just look down at her and I just toss it.
Beautiful.
And it's a cantrip.
Excellent. Is that a...
That's a 3 when I throw it. Oh, hang on. Wait, let me...
I think Sacred Flame is a save.
Yeah, it's a dex, should be a dex saving throw, I think.
Well, let me see here. I just had it pulled up. Oh, it's a dex of 15.
Okay. Let me... She's not very dexterous. Let me pull up her sheet. If you guys if you guys ever want to run a battle where there's like pretty much one primary person that everyone's trying to kill, don't let that person be a wizard. Just want to throw that out there.
Legendary actions.
Oh, yeah.
Legendary action.
That's so cute that you think I know how to use those.
It's all funny,
What kind of
it's
save?
all fun in games when we get the layer actions too.
Right.
Oh, that would suck.
What kind of save?
Dex.
Sacred Flame.
It's a dex save of 15.
That can't be true. She actually does make it somehow. she hits an 18.
Somehow, she made this.
Okay, so
I think I just take half damage then.
I think
You
so,
don't take
yeah.
anything.
I don't
No,
take
you won't
anything?
take anything.
Okay.
It doesn't say on the spell that you take anything, so
Okay.
let me take a look here. As a bonus action, I will cast... How's everybody for hit points? Is anybody low, or
I'm fine.
anybody need healing?
whoever, I think, Mombi might.
Yeah, maybe Mombi.
I can honestly, if that's how the scarecrow's hitting, take a bit more damage.
Okay.
And if someone else comes up like the lion, I guess I'll die. Because I know there's a third combatant somewhere.
Why do you know that?
Just die then.
Because I metagame like a motherfucker, and in-game the lion was in fact mentioned as being a skinned hell beast by Scood.
Just looking here.
I did mention.
I did mention that.
Okay, so I will cast Healing Word at 2nd level.
Okay.
And it's a creature of your choice that you can see within range, and I would cast it onto Mombi.
Great.
Unless anyone else is like super low. You get
Really,
6
for being
points
the
back.
worst person, I'm receiving the most kindness.
True.
You get 6 hit points back.
You're just so wet cat. Like, so pitiful.
And I think that is all I can do, and I would just stand up there with like another like spell starting in my hands and just staring down Dorothy with just daggers.
Yeah,
and you just see this little farm girl just filled with rage that you haven't seen yet since saving her.
Yeah. You see, even in the midst of intimidated by Mombi, looks over as she sees this attempted sacred flame onto you. And she goes, "Oh, Pearl, a long way from home, aren't you? And in those nasty rags." And your rage builds.
Damn.
We are on to...
You shut up and go to home.
Yeah, you haven't been home in years, bitch.
How many
What are you
times-
talking about?
How many times you practiced that line before you swung at me, Dorothy?
About the home.
Shut the fuck up!
You don't know what home means, bitch.
Oh my goodness, that is so funny. Okay, so just to get a bearing on where everyone is, Scood and Lavendrel are down on the floor with Dorothy and Toto.
Yes.
Maren and Mombi and Pearl are all still up above. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm still above.
And I'm assuming you guys are kind of equidistant since we can see Mombi being attacked by the scarecrow. Would the other two of you be near each other, or like how far apart do the three of you think you are?
Not knowing what we're on, I feel like, yeah, I probably would have been
Like actually,
distance, like within sight line.
If it's a ringed balcony, I think we would have like
Yeah.
split the pie into thirds.
Okay.
yeah.
Great. And last turn, we have staring at Dorothy, and I think most recently, Maren, you helped Mombi. Is that right? Most recently, you helped dispel
Yeah,
that fear.
turn to face muscle.
Beautiful. Give me 1 second. Oh, ouch.
My earbuds are already dying on me. So one is left while I charge the other one.
Oh no.
I know that pain so well.
Yeah.
So
Typical.
Beautiful. Maren, does an 21 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
and 21.
I knew you were gonna say that, you motherfucker.
You speak English, don't you?
I literally felt it in my bones. I was like, oh, don't you dare.
Hey, you're cutting me with hay right now. I feel like I get to cut you back with words.
You're not a bard, you silly.
You don't know that I didn't multi-class.
That's
I'm
true.
weak as fuck. Impossible.
You take 18 slashing damage, and I need a dex save. DC...
Not the third combatant.
DC 19.
17. What was the DC on it?
19.
Yeah, don't make that one.
Okay. I think I
Sorry,
said.
what was the damage?
I think I said 13. Did I say 13? Is that true? Is that what I said? I think I said 13. Let's go with 13.
I thought you said 13 or 17. I don't remember which.
We'll take the lower, 13. Take 13 slashing as a large lion's paw comes out and rakes you across the back. And with that dexterity fail, you fall over the edge. What?
Welcome to the fight, Maren.
Probably.
Nice of you to join us.
Probably.
Remember when I said, hey, you're all going to jump down with me, right? And then only one other person did?
20 foot? Does that feel right for like a cathedral, for like a castle ceiling?
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll do 2d6 falling. 3. So another 6 falling damage, bludgeoning damage as you tumble over the edge and fall onto the ground. As the first attack of the lion goes to there, he's going to use his movement and Pearl, roll a luck check. You want high. Luck is just a straight d20. 14. You see that the lion is in pursuit of you, but does not quite make it to you in one bout of movement.
Okay.
So he gets most of the way to you, but in this amount of time does not make it to you. And we are back up to the top with Lavendrel.
All right. I am going to just swing at Dorothy again.
Perfect. Let's get those rolls. Her
So
AC is still 20.
She did escape the grapple.
Yes.
Okay, so was it shield or mage armor? Because
Mage
shield
armor.
is +5, but it expels, and then 13 is, or mage armor is 13 in dex.
Yeah, it's mage armor. I
Okay.
said the wrong thing,
Okay.
as I often do.
So
I don't do
that
combat
is 15 and 8 is what, 23?
so much. Hits.
And then the second one is even higher, 17 and 8, 25.
So much. Hits. Roll that damage for me. I have written down how many hit points she has left. Keep me honest.
Well, that is 10 slashing from the first one,
You're just dragging Toto along with you.
and that's 10 slashing from the second one, so 20 slashing.
20 total?
Yep, and then is she still alive?
Oh, focus. 16, it's backwards.
Oh.
16, it's backwards.
It's not backwards for us. You're
Oh, it wasn't?
so-
Yay, good.
Yeah.
With only 16 hit points left. Lavendrel, how would you like to do this?
Alright, so the first attack is like kind of just a rebuke, because I'm also assuming I've still got like Toto on my arm.
Yeah.
So I just kind of like try to shake him off, and then that was a one-handed strike where I also just try to fling off Toto, and it probably doesn't work. But I just like bring the sword down like right on her shoulder, and then the second attack I kind of like remember, because like as I'm so enraged of this person who's tried to kill me so many times, now I finally have the upper hand. I remember, oh yeah, Mombi probably wants the head, and just unceremoniously just fling it off.
The head. Chopped clean off, as Lavendrel has much experience doing. There is still the scarecrow, and there is still the lion, and there is still
The lion.
Toto.
Yeah, and then
But in front of Mombi's feet rolls.
I'm
this
20
head.
feet up. I'm sorry.
Oh,
yeah, can I use my bonus action to just throw the head up?
throw it.
I can't do anything else with my bonus action.
Yeah. The head flies up and falls onto the ground in front of Mombi.
I got second wind, but I don't know.
As Lavendrel's turn comes to an end. There's a moment of silence here in the battle, strangely enough, as these beasts and freaks see that their mistress, like their master, is now beheaded. And it feels strange that Dorothy, the biggest atrocity in Oz, has been vanquished. But, much like many revolutions, it is never over with one beheading. And it's Toto's turn. And he's angry. Going for Lavendrel.
Let's see what he's got.
Misses.
Can I
Nat
use
20.
my reaction, if that attack missed, can I use my reaction to do one of my maneuvers?
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the riposte maneuver. So when a creature misses me with a melee attack, I can use my reaction and make a weapon attack.
Go for it.
Against the creature.
Okay.
Okay, so that wasn't a great roll, but I get the superiority die. Okay, so 10, 17?
Damage or to hit?
Hit.
Hits.
Okay. And then that will do 9 slashing.
Excellent. Once again, Toto takes this and on a nat 20 chomps back down onto Lavendrel's neck. Let me find what the dice is.
Onto her neck?
Yep.
Yeah.
Brutal.
So much math.
Wait. A nat 20 for a total of what? Can I use my bad luck to make it not a nat 20?
No.
Because I get to subtract a d4?
I don't think it works like that.
Nat 20
I
is...
still have like 3/4 of my health.
I'm just reaching to save my lieutenant.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
That will be
I appreciate it.
I gotta save my buddy.
33 piercing. Oh, I rolled really bad. Really bad.
Oh.
And 10 fire. As Toto snaps back around and snarls and clamps down onto your neck, blood pooling out around his porcelain white teeth that glow with white hot energy searing into your neck. Blood pooling around as it begins to cauterize before it is even truly bled. In defense of his mommy. And we're to Maren, newly on the ground.
Am I prone? Because I fell?
Give me a dex check.
I am rolling terribly. 12.
Yeah, you're prone. Sorry. That's the 5th nat 20 I've rolled.
It's alright, because I have an athlete's feat of hop up, which means I can just jump up from front.
Perfect.
Although, is that a bonus action or an action?
To stand up
With
from
hop
prone
up.
is nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's just part
Okay.
of your movement.
It's
So,
just called
stand up. And cost half my movement. It costs 5 feet. That is the hop up thing.
Awesome.
So I still have movement. About how far away am I? Look at me giving accidental thumbs up. How far away would you say I am from? Because the lion's still up and Scarecrow are up, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So how far away am I from Toto?
Let's say 20 feet.
Okay, so I will take basically the remainder of
Okay.
to get there. I take that back. I'll say that I don't want to keep hurting Lavendrel with all. That's all I have is hurt everybody in this
any healing magic you might have right now, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, are you bad?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can do that then. I will cast Healing Word. Which is better?
Dorothy did
No,
0
I will
points of
cast Healing
damage
Word.
in this fight. I just want to say that.
That's
So
much
I will run up and lay my hand on Lavendrel because I'm going to cast Cure Wounds because it casts higher.
Okay.
But I'm going to cast it at 2nd level. So that is 2d8 plus 7. 7, 15, 22?
Yeah.
22.
All right,
Big heals, love it.
we're good.
Love it. And I have inspiring movement. So as I lay everything is very fluid in dance, right? I lay my hand on Lavendrel. But does she count as grappled?
That's a good question.
No. I'm gonna say
I wasn't
no.
sure with the teeth in her neck. So, when I end within 5 feet, when I end my turn within 5 feet of the ally, I can move back 30 feet without invoking attacks of opportunity.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna kind of I guess I'll just say do you want to take a step back with me? And invite her to join in that because one ally gets to do the same if they would like.
Cool.
So
Damn.
I would like to do that.
Great. So we are just going to gracefully our way back 30 feet away from Toto.
I'm making all sorts of noise as my armor just
I do this nice little leap to the side and pull you along with me to
and I'm just being clink 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 as you're having to drag me.
I love it.
Dropping forks in the middle of a waltz.
Yes, exactly.
I love it. Maren, anything else?
That's my turn.
Perfect.
Nope, that's it.
Scood, we're on to you.
Alrighty, so he is gonna, he loves that she's dead, and seeing
Big fan.
how badly, seeing how badly that, Lavendrel got bit into, he's just gonna run up and take a couple swings at dear old Toto.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 25.
Definitely hits.
First one. And I'll keep that as an 11. So 25 in the first one.
The 11 does not hit, but the 25 definitely does.
Right. Okay, so that is 8 piercing plus 12 sneak attack against dear old Toto.
What does it look like as Scood ends the life of Dorothy's faithful hound?
Oh! Damn. I think he's gonna just take a no, rapiers are not slashing.
No, rapiers are piercing.
Yeah. I mean, they're not like cut a limb off. They're like slash something.
If you go really quickly, you can just kind of.
Yeah.
Just hole punches.
Yeah. I think she's gonna like do a couple of like around the neck, like on either side of the neck, and then just like slit from like one hole to the other, just across Toto's neck.
Give me an insight check.
Okay. Oh,
Really descriptive dog murder.
It's a hellhound.
It's a big
What
puppy.
I mean?
It's a hellhound. Fine, a 9.
9.
Nope, that's an 8.
8. It's funny that you say that. Scood, you were supposed to be one thing, flying, and you've become something you were never really meant to be, and it makes your life a lot harder in a lot of ways that you've been changed in the way that you have been. And as you end the life of this hellhound, for a moment,
You die immediately.
just a moment, you see the puppy that was once one thing, a small, some productions a schnauzer, others a Yorkie, others some kind of mutt, that was always meant to be one thing, a companion to a young little girl, a protector of a young little girl as she biked to and from school. And as he was forcibly changed into something monstrous, something that he was not, he was just trying to protect his little girl.
God.
And that life leaves his eyes.
Oh. So many conflicting emotions in Scoot's head. So many, like, I feel like Toto was maybe responsible for one of the scars on his wings, or one of his wings. And just like the rage of just like revenge, and just seeing that puppy in this hellhound's eye, he's just like, his just gonna break a little bit, and like after it's gone, he's just gonna like kneel down. She's like, oh, sorry, pup, I'm sorry, and then he's just gonna stand back up.
What happened, Scood? You went soft on me.
Yeah. he's gonna like wipe a tear from his eyes, and then he's just gonna look up at he's just gonna try to find the next thing, like the lion or the scarecrow.
You see the lion en route to attack Pearl, and you see the scarecrow with Mombi wrapped in his arms. Is that the end of Scoot's turn?
He's gonna move probably like 20 feet towards the scarecrow.
Excellent. Mombi, that's you. You are grappled.
Yes. So, as a Summer Ladrin, as a bonus action, I can phase step. So I am going to, as Lavendrel tosses this head to me, I think she is so strong that it sails above her reach, given that she's grappled, starting to fall behind the scarecrow. In an instant, screaming as she ignites, disappears, the Tin Man's head falls to the ground, and as she appears in a burst of fire behind the scarecrow, Dorothy's lands in her hands as she puts it onto her neck. The scarecrow is going to take 3 fire damage from that.
It should be far more. He's made of straw.
Yeah, well, you can double it on your end, but it's my proficiency bonus of fire damage.
Okay. Is that all that he takes? Like, it's just proficiency bonus and that's it?
Yeah, it's not rolled, it's just a feature.
Okay.
I can use it 3 times and it does 3 damage each time.
And how far away do you get to go?
I can go 30 feet. I go immediately behind him.
Great. Is that action, bonus action?
That was a bonus action.
Great.
So, as an action, I am going to yet again cast Psychic Lance, this time on the Scarecrow. So yet again, that is going to be a Intelligence saving throw, DC 16.
Really quick.
Was that a spell that you cast?
No, that
You
was
can't
just an
cast
ability.
2-level spells in a turn. Okay.
Just a quick question. Does this Psychic Lance say anything about, like, some spells, I have no idea. Some spells have a thing of, like, if its intelligence is 4 or lower, it doesn't work, like, things like that. Does that have anything like that in it?
No, it doesn't mention that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the Scarecrow isn't
But
a pretty smart
I'm
guy.
still going to do a heightened spell.
Okay.
So it is going to have disadvantage on that save.
Okay.
I want to make sure that this guy is fucked up. I'm now out of sorcery points. I will have to, on a future turn, restock those, but that's fine.
Would you do me a favor and roll that damage, and I'll narrate what happens?
Yeah, give me just a second.
No.
So that is, yet again, I think 76? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, 4,
Mm-hmm.
plus 2 is 6,
Mm-hmm.
plus 4 is 10, plus 6 is 16,
I'm gonna stop you right there.
plus 6...
I'm gonna stop you right there. Do you feel in your heart that you'd like to finish counting?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Plus 6 is 22.
Mm.
Plus 2 is 24.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 2 is 26.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 6 is 32 psychic damage.
Scarecrows have
Up
11.
to 16 if he saved.
Scarecrows have 11 HP total. So,
He's
Please.
anxious.
please describe to me what your turn looks like and what happens to this man.
Teleporting in a gout of fire, appearing behind him, singeing his back, I, with my newly placed head, reach forwards, grasp the back of the Scarecrow's burlap head, and squeeze until I see brain come out.
While you
And
do
then
that,
I toss it the 20 feet down to the ground.
and while you're squeezing, you see the flames are licking up his straw arms, and he is moaning in pain through this sewed together mouth. And as brain matter leaks from the burlap sack ending his life, you push him over the edge, and he tumbles, and the Scarecrow falls lifelessly to the ground.
You really did have a brain.
That was
I
hot.
wonder whose brain that was.
Ends her turn.
That was hot. And then we
Almost literally.
almost literally. Wow. Well, we are on to Pearl. You see the lion approaching.
So
Lion's
I'm
been
still
soloing
up.
all of us.
So
Huh?
I'm still like up on the balcony. Where is the lion coming from? Behind me? Is he jumping up? Is he?
From you hear lion come sideways.
He's coming from like sideways.
Yeah.
How high up are we on the balcony?
20 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna jump off the balcony and just try to land on
Great.
the ground.
As a
Give,
reaction, I need to check this real quick. I might be casting Featherfall.
Okay, that'll be helpful. Thank you.
any day now.
Its range is 60 feet, so I cast Featherfall.
Okay.
Okay, I jump off the balcony.
You jump and you are suspended midair, gently lowered down to the ground. As what else would you like to do with your turn?
That was an action, right? To jump off the balcony?
No, that's your movement.
No. Beautiful. So, once I'm on the ground, I'm gonna just, knowing the lion is a little distance away, hey, my dear, I need you to get off the table. Sorry, cat. I'm going to, knowing that I have some time before the lion decides to do something else, I'm gonna walk over to Dorothy's body and just look at the decapitated remains of my tormentor. Now, when your tormentor dies, there's a conflict there, whether it's a bully, an abuser, whatever it is, where you still have to live with what they've done to you and they get to die. And you somehow have to process that. And you somehow have to know that their death was for the greater good and they cannot hurt anybody anymore. They cannot be a tyrant anymore. They will never steal the ability of somebody to fly again. Be it physical, emotional, spiritual. She will never do that to somebody else. And I look down at her and I just say, you know, I might be in rags, but at least I didn't spend the last of my desperate moments trying to resurrect the dead, because I'm not alone. And I turn around and, hang on, I had something here, and I will turn around and I will just send another sacred flame up to that damn lion.
Okay. Is that a roll or a save?
And it's a dex save of 15.
Okay. Let me find this lion stats. That was killer. Somebody wrote that down? Somebody wrote down those killer lines, I hope?
I wrote down some of it ahead of time, but...
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
You said
Yeah,
dex.
it's kind of a shame. It's not like there's anyone like recording this or anything. So,
Shut
yeah.
up, bro. Wow. Okay. Dex what? What was this number?
15.
Fail.
Okay, so let me find my D8 here. That is 8. That's 10 damage.
Okay. What does this sacred flame look like as you attack? From while he's about to jump off the balcony.
You see it a little bigger, and it's just got this like tinge of purple to it. And you once again just see this little girl from Kansas. Now, what isn't really supposed to have magic to your knowledge from the, but I do somehow. And I just shoot it up in this just fit of rage, and I scream when I do it, just from the years of built-up emotion and anger. And you hear me scream, and you just see this purple sacred flame go up and hit the lion.
Perfect. Anything else on Pearl's turn?
No, I believe that is it.
Excellent. We go to Lions. And if you'll allow me the grace to scooch some initiative around for narrative reasons. The lion jumps down off of the balcony, landing on all fours perfectly in between Maren and Pearl. Looks one way, neck stump. Looks the other. And you two are flanking him. He's going to make a decision. Maren, call odds or evens.
Odds.
On an odd, excuse me. On an odd, he will go after Maren. That's a 2. Going after the one who disrespects his friend, owner, resurrector, whatever. You see, that was really bad. 16? Pearl?
Sorry, what was that?
Armor class 16?
17. Misses.
Lunges, just barely missing you with the claws. This is a skinned, bloodied, decapitated lion. And with that, almost like a defeated little kitty, takes a step back and turns and instead lunges at Maren. And does even worse. Lunging forward, kind of going back and forth, missing again. You two are flanking this beast and look scared. Maren, that's you.
My turn.
Can I just say, like, come on, put him out of his misery?
I am going to cast Cloud of Daggers. But while I've got it, I'm going to cast it at 4th level. So I, in Maren's one tiny bit of rage, she's just gonna say, "Fuck you," and just like stomp her foot, and she looks like this little angry girl. And this cloud of daggers, spinning daggers, appears in, I believe technically it's a 5-foot cube on all sides. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of 5 foot by 5 foot spinning cloud of daggers right around the lion, like centered on him. It is, let's see, what is my DC? Spell save is 15.
Okay. Oh my god.
Oh wait, no, it doesn't have to spell save on this.
In the Lullaby League.
This is what I mean. She's like really.
That's how angry she
not.
is.
There's no spell save. It's just when Lion enters it, which he's already in, or starts his turn there. Mm-hmm. But on his next turn, he will take 8d4 damage.
Let's go ahead and roll that right now, because he's already in it.
He
This
does
is a
enter
lot of
it
force.
on your turn, technically.
He does enter it.
Yeah.
He do be entering it.
Or entering him.
Wait, can somebody keep track of how many? So 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 2. And that's 15. 20. 23. 23 damage. Sorry, I was rolling 2d4 at a time, so.
Oh. As we... The lion. So very brave. Crawls up onto the edge of the balcony, is hit by this sacred flame from Pearl, bravely dives onto the ground in between the two women. A half-hearted paw strike on one side, a half-hearted paw strike on the other, but even without a head to see through, he can see that all of his allies are dead. And the cowardly lion is very, very scared. And after this first attack from Pearl, he turns and it looks almost as if he's considering retreat and running away. And for the second time, Maren, can you describe how you kill the cowardly lion for the second time?
So after my fuck you, stomping the ground, sort of like this petulant little girl, the spinning daggers, just this cloud of spinning daggers appears around him, and I think just out of sheer rage, they like almost condense into him, and because they're spinning, it's like blender from all sides and just shreds the flesh that is not cut, like, because it's just exposed flesh, and it gets shredded, little tiny pieces just shoot out, and he is blendered.
And with this spray of flesh and viscera comes that magical, arcanic tint from Pearl's earlier magic that was still lingering. And as this final enemy is vanquished, A heavy silence lays upon you all. Dorothy and her band of friends full of cowardice and heartlessness and idiocracy are taken out. Normally I would describe what Oz looks like after the death of Dorothy, but I think it would be best to hear from the people of Oz.
I think Pearl will say goodbye to her friends and go home. But she'll come back and visit. And there's going to be a moment where on one of those visits she'll come back and somebody asks her how this human from Kansas knows magic. Whichever one of you wants to ask it. And she reveals to you guys that after Dorothy's sudden vanishing after that first tornado that brought her here, I was about the same age as her, so we were, 15, 16 when it happened? And we're older now, and I did spend time traveling the world and wisdom and knowledge. That wisdom and knowledge was in search of traveling to other realms to find her. Because I knew she was still out there. And I didn't want her to be tormenting others like she has been. And to find out that she was just really put into me a rage that I hadn't known in a long time. And to find Oz in the way that I did accidentally was very ironic. And so I just learned magic along the way from traveling to other realms and trying to find her, knowing that there would be a time when I'd have to face her. And I didn't expect it to be that day, that time, after the trauma, but it was. And so I come back and visit, and I don't stay for long. I don't stay and, I don't try and rule Oz or anything, because that's not my place. That's your guys' home, not mine. And it's up to you guys to make it better and do with it what you will. And on my visits, I just come and I hang out. You guys show me the wonderful things that are in Oz that you love about it that I didn't get to see in helping you take down Dorothy, this awful tyrant. And I just go back to my farm and I work on the farm and I still go travel and I still go practice my magic. But for the most part, I just go back to Kansas and live on my farm and come visit you guys.
Nice.
Beautiful. Who would like to go next?
I can go. I feel like Maren's first order priority is to go back to that rotting cornfield and to take down all of those familiar faces and gather any other dead that she might find along the way. And given all that she's seen and all of the necromancy, rather than giving them proper burials, giving them funeral pyres so that there is nothing left to ever resurrect. Things have really been changed. Certainly she kind of continues to use the sweet countenance to sort of mask the thinking behind it. But, as she goes back to the Lullaby League and the Lollipop Guild, they really take time to regroup, and this is side note nerddom, but they were written into the books. They were based on unions. So they really sort of more than ever take on less the face of like, let us welcome you and sort of work with you, and more like no, there will be no more tyrants, and really truly sort of more like a union for the people sort of thing. So we will organize, we will blow up your carriage if you are sitting on our toes, and really committed to no one power, to power of the people, in a much more overt way than they have ever done before. They are now very vocal about it, and Maren is happy to both help with that and continue to sort of like work on the organizing, healing side so that she doesn't have to run into so much gore again.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Love that.
I'll go next. So I think Scood would have gone back with Maren and helped with the bodies of her friends. And I think so after that he's gonna like go back to the castle and kind of just, I guess, recruit the monkeys, like the other flying monkeys that are at the castle, like, because I think they have definitely been abused too, but he just got out first, and he like kind of and he actually put a plan into action instead of just continuing to take it. So he's gonna go back and like talk to the monkeys and kind of like recruit them, and they are going to do a very similar thing Guild and Obey League are doing, but in a covert way. Like they're gonna be like kind of information gatherer, scouts, like that, just to make sure that like, you know, like people are being taken care of, and also making sure, kind of helping make sure that there are no more tyrants again. And yeah, I think he's definitely coming to terms with like not being able to fly, and again he glides still. He's gotten better at gliding a little bit farther. Yeah.
Every little bit counts.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I think Lavendrel has spent so much of her life to this point sort of purely focused on the idea of revenge, that now that she finally has it, it's really hard for her to know what to do with the rest of her life. She is technically royalty, but I don't think I feel like she would be maybe better than Dorothy as a ruler, but I don't think she would have a reckoning with her methods, if that makes sense, until she's very close to death herself. So I think she would maybe shrug off those royal responsibilities and just sort of continue her life and work as a mercenary, and just allow herself to fade back into obscurity.
Beautiful. Mombi.
When Dorothy first came to Oz, wearing her head might have taught Mombi some mote of kindness or compassion. But that's not in this head. She sees that those who helped overthrow this dictator won't soon let her take Dorothy's place. In the night, she tries to ransack not only the Wizard's Keep, but the Emerald City for any riches and artifacts it may have, and is not seen again as she tries to find a way to conquer the Kanzites.
Okay.
Listen,
but y'all are all like democracy. So like,
I very explicitly said
Like,
I
it's just
don't
gonna have to
care.
be a part 2 to this, and we wish we have to take down Princess fucking Mombi.
I know.
So,
Nice.
life is different. This change is slow. And Oz works to be okay running without one single ruler, but rather as seems like many groups working harmoniously together. Eventually, Oz becomes more like the home that you all remember. The red brick road is washed yellow. Trees still lie rotten. People still die in the streets. Pearl finds a way to return home by prying ruby-crusted slippers off of 2 big feet. Mombi seemingly joins her, but that's a story for another day. The 3 remainder of you find a way to adjust to new normals. It may never be the same. You may never be the same. This story does not end with clicking heels and hot air balloons. But for this group, with plenty of heart, mind, soul, and courage, Oz, for good or for bad, is your home. And there's truly no place like it. And that's where this one-shot ends.
Hey, how many times has this happened to you? You have low energy? Yeah? Yeah? Or sometimes you just can't fall asleep. Well, we've got you covered either way. Scood's Scooter Snacks has got you covered. We've got banana flavored to keep your energy up for those long flights. And then we got Poppy to help you sleep on those sleepless nights where you just can't fall asleep. That pesky poppy fields, no more. Scood Scooter Snacks.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment to the channel, and helps the channel out a lot. Thanks for watching.